like everything for D&D, like saved. They were all in a fucking thing.
Damn. You're on many games? How many games are you on?
Huh?
How many games are you on, like D&D?
No, like, so for this, I'm just on this one, but I had it all in a separate, like, little desktop thing.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
With everything pulled up, like with what the compass and all does, and it just
Are you on Google?
no. I use Opera
Opera?
GX.
Oh, you no.
There's. Well,
This is-
Opera's nice. Well, I don't use it often, but like when Google fails me, I go there, I guess.
Opera's pretty. Go to freaking Firefox if you want efficiency.
No, it runs just fine, and I like it. Like, it worked. But my PC itself told me to pretty much go fuck myself, and
there's a setting on
fucked
like
up.
Google or Opera, which like doesn't close your doesn't close your Windows when you close it. When you know.
That's I'm fine
with
with.
certain. Yeah, no, you can turn it on startup.
Most
So
modern
if you
browsers actually have
Yeah,
a
on startup, I
pickup
want
where
all
you
my
left
tabs
off.
popping up because I constantly have shit up that I want to keep up.
So
Yeah.
you have some options. Most modern browsers do have bookmarking or even a pickup where I left off setting. So look through your settings, you might actually find something that says, you know,
I have that on. No, what happened is my PC literally restarted itself, and I had to get everything back, like on it. I had to pull my Opera back up. I had to put things pinned to start again and everything.
oh, you were doomed in that respect. There's nothing we can do about that.
Yeah, I don't know why it did it. It was just like, nah, I ain't doing this.
Not much we can do for you there.
So
Did you put some water on it? Did it have water? Did it drink water?
Is your
For the day?
PC properly
No.
hydrated?
No, it should. That's a problem. So
Ah, you let it get too dehydrated, man. You gotta pour some water on that motherboard now and again.
yeah. Personally, from someone who dehydrated themselves until they're hospitalized, it's bad.
What, you have diarrhea, or are you
need
just
to
trying
get
to be
water.
silly?
I was sick, and then I got really depressed and not get out of bed for like days.
So yeah, yeah, basically the diarrhea
Yeah,
kind of deal.
silly.
Except it probably wasn't diarrhea, it was not drinking.
Yeah. I could not. Well, it sucked to stand up, and water tastes awful.
What, like is the water fucked up where you live?
No, it sort of tastes weird. That's it. It doesn't taste weird usually, but I don't know. I guess. So yeah.
Hormonal imbalance, probably. Did you get like some blood tests done after that to make sure you didn't fuck up a gland somewhere? Because that sounds like a hormonal imbalance where like water is making you ill and you're suffering sudden bouts of depression.
Nah, I'm choked up.
Right.
I got water straight up in my veins, dude.
Yeah, I'm sure. It'd kind of be important that you do.
Hello.
No, I keep all my water in a sack next to my spinal column.
Yeah, and when I had to pee, I pee out of the sack.
Yeah. Recycle the water.
What the fuck? Oh, by the way, William, just curious. What kind of character do you think you're gonna bring if we start my campaign? Since finally now you can play as a player.
I know, right? I invited him to Mistra's Very Bad Day.
Yeah. I do have a few games that I do play as a player. We'll have to see how things.
Yeah. The game's probably gonna start after that, after your game, Freaky, because I need my mom to like not be in my place.
Yeah. I still don't know when I'm running that.
What?
I still don't know when I'm running that.
Well, I mean, I'm free like the usual weekends.
The problem is we need
but-
the other 3 fuckos to be free. At the same time.
Right. That's crazy. Are they usually not free on rhyme time?
No, apparently not. Apparently it's like a whole thing. We gotta like organize it.
Yeah, I mean, depends on like what they're, if they're not free because of something that's circumstantial or like it's a weekly occurrence.
Trying to figure that out.
If it's circumstantial, yeah.
The problem
maybe
is
ask them later.
We have some people who are gone for circumstantial reasons almost every week.
Insane.
Yeah.
What level are we on in that game? I forgot.
I have it written down in the text document. I don't fucking remember.
Speaking of people who are gone, Payday called or DM'd me and told me that she would not be able to make this session.
Oh, that's not good, given that Awen's kind of the reason we're talking to the spooky boy.
Well, we don't know if he came there for Aeon.
Listen, who the fuck are the rest of us?
I'm one of the founding members of the Heartbreakers, fucker.
Yeah, but you weren't there.
No.
You weren't there.
You did not
Oh, by the way.
exist.
Other question, is it okay if like the campaign starts at level 2?
Yeah, you can have the campaign start at whatever level you want.
Yes.
I played a game once where the campaign started at level 5.
Yeah. I played a level 8 starter before.
Level 15.
One time, I played in a little thing that, like, it started at level 20. It was crazy. Didn't roll a single knowledge check the whole time. That's what the boulette was
Crazy.
for.
Crazy. I was crazy once. They put me in a room, a rubber room, with rats.
I kind of really want to do that again, by the way, William.
Oh, the level 21 shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, this.
I'll have to do it better.
I still can't believe
Oh,
I
I
won
hated
with.
it last time.
Yeah, I mean-
Still can't believe I fucking won with Alucron. I'm like, I'll bring the funny guy, because the 6-stage boss battle's a bit much to drop on you guys.
When I teleported into the Tarrasque mouth, I thought I was gonna live and like be in his mouth, not go down his gullet. I don't know.
Yeah,
But yeah, I forgot you
swallowed.
can. Yeah.
Ooh, tasty snack.
That's how food works.
I forgot that, when I eat, a live creature, no matter how fucking hard they try to swirl around in my mouth, I just swallow them.
Yes.
You know what's funny about Bone Claw, or not Bone Claw, about a Tarrasque that someone pointed out that I thought was really hilarious?
What?
They have spikes on their backs.
Yeah.
That's a defensive evolutionary trait.
Mm-hmm. That really doesn't work out in D&D world where there's creationist beings.
Yeah, I just find that really funny. Just the thought of like, what the fuck is it? It preys on Tarrasques, immortal fucking apocalypses.
Astral dreadnoughts.
Maybe.
Full lore on Tarrasque. I'm gonna have to search that up.
I think the 5th edition Tarrasque is the single weakest it's ever been.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
you
I
can
know
say
that.
that about a lot of 5th edition things.
No, I'm talking about like lore. Yeah. We can start.
Yes. We can go ahead and start now. So, yes. Who wants to go ahead and just give me what happened last session?
Last time.
I know what happened at the ending.
Last time on Archon,
Go ahead, Ricky.
we met funny sky-ripping Birdman, heard word of murderous wood lesbians, and a certain funny bone claw has showed up for tea. Will we survive? Find out this time on Archon. There you go. So yeah, you know, Berlin resurrected the two boys and the farmer. You know, discuss the terms of the party or whatever that's gonna happen, god offerings. We met, you know, Skyripa, which is our new Owlin of questionable repute. We figured out that there are...
What does that mean?
Don't worry about
Hey,
it.
he's not of questionable repute if you don't question it.
Certainly. We found out about...
Just don't ask questions and it'll be fine.
Yeah. We found out about a dryad, that's the word I was looking for, that looks half burnt and blood drippy. In other words, looks to be half infested with the blightness. That is in love with the Gulthias tree, which we had to be
If
reminded.
somebody loved me.
Nope, not allowed. You'll suffer forever.
Shame.
Which we had to be reminded.
Find someone who looks at you the same way this dryad looks at this tree.
Funny tree. Yes, the Gulthias tree isn't really sentient-ish, sort of. It's just kind of got general vibe, as they say. So, you know, just in love with this curvy piece of driftwood. We've discovered that there are, in fact, willow blights. So that's disturbing. And,
They were hanging people.
yes.
I made that, I talked about that with, like, the other group of Archon, where it's like, oh yeah, willow blights, they're hanging people. And, like, and they all went, oh, jeez. Like, that's, like, it's the most fucking horrific thing.
I mean, I doubt they tie a rope around the neck so much as do other... Anyway, and then...
I'm just wondering, like, which blight is the worst? The willow, the bamboo, or the vine? One hangs you, one sucks you dry like a giant mosquito while you're still alive, and the other crushes you as it drags you across the ground.
Now, you see, I would say the worst blight is the one we haven't encountered yet, which is the grass blight.
Oh, yeah.
Don't step on the grass, because it's going to be like barbed, hooked caltrops that stick you in place and burrow up your leg until they reach your heart and kill you. Through your feet. Anyway.
Fucking ringworm.
Yeah. Except it doesn't, like, detach into you, no. It's you step on the grass, it stabs through your boots into your foot, and then embeds itself deeper in, and then it starts growing up your leg, into your blood vessels, and then to your heart. It takes hours, like most of a day. And it just roots
I
you
think that's
deeper
a
and
war
deeper.
crime.
Yeah, I was making that up as I was saying it.
It's a vampire grass. It doesn't give a shit about your war crimes.
Yeah. And then, you know, we went to go see the others, you know, the other peoples, and we found a bunch of skeletons standing at either side of the road, in attention, in increasingly fancy garb. And we saw some bigger, stronger undead. And then we see a familiar bone claw, who's here for tea, I hope and assume. If not, I don't know, I guess we're killing him today.
I will say, you guys did a little bit extra, where you guys had decided to wait until the next wave of, you know,
we
the
wanted
next wave of blight. to kill them, and then hopefully, while the road is still clear, head to the Gulfine's tree.
Yeah, to buy time for us to be
This
away from the
is this is like the night of day 3 of you guys being in the village.
I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick, William. I'll be right back.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, Skyripa had managed to bring a merchant caravan to, bring in supplies and stuff like that. He had escorted it into the village, and hearing that seeing you guys, raise the dead and help bring them more food and things like that. The mayor, hearing that that your job was to,
He offered to let us stay in his manor, yeah.
Yes, and also feed you.
True.
As you guys did things like reinforcing like the walls and I'm guessing digging traps and things like that.
Yes.
And you were given a message from a skeleton, supposedly from the necromancer of the
Isha.
of the other IAG group.
Yeah. Isha.
And yes, and as you followed the note, it was not her. It was the Bone Claw. I almost said Bone Blight. I don't know why.
That is, damn, the Bone Blight. I don't want to know what that one does to you.
I just had the weirdest fucking thought.
One can
The
trigger.
coconut blight.
There's so many possibilities.
Because the fun thing is, you can, in an emergency, you can use coconut water as a blood transfusion.
Yep. That you can.
Which is fucking weird.
It, like, holds oxygen, I guess. I don't know, and imparts it with the same chemical reactions. I wonder if you use milk. Probably not. It doesn't have the oxygen properties. Now I'm thinking about, like, what would that be? So, it would be a coconut tree with the coconuts on it. The coconuts, of course, are the blood containers.
And it's a giant pissed off Alolan
Yeah, Executor.
Executor, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't think of what it would do. How it would work. Not right now, at least. But, yeah. Berlin's mood sours rapidly as he notices he is not going to be seeing Isha again.
Let's see, so give me a second.
Probably dead. It was never Isha, it was always the Bone Claw. There is no Isha.
I'm gonna wait a bit for Scylla to come back.
Yeah.
I kind of almost want, like, this is a very important thing, so I kind of almost want to wait for Payday to come back next week, but
Did they say why?
Yeah. Let's see.
Sorry, it looks like your session is. Hell, oh my fucking god! I hate this fucking app, bro.
You talk about the bird?
I'm back.
Okay.
Welcome
Good,
back.
good. Alright, so.
Good.
Good. Alright, so. You are all greeted by the Bone Claw, as he will bow to all of you.
Berlin
my
sitting
goodness.
on his massive
Sorry,
hog.
hang on.
No idea what's going on.
Let's see.
I will bow back.
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintances, and an unexpected joy to see you again, Miss Eowyn.
I assume that's a reaction.
Somewhat, yeah.
Half wave, awkward laugh. Oh god, don't look at me!
You know
Perhaps.
this fellow?
Yeah, we met before. We helped him get something.
That was directed toward Berlin.
Okay.
Yeah, that was in character. Sorry.
Okay.
Berlin,
Yeah, I was speaking as Eowyn, yeah.
Berlin
Nice.
looks at the bone claw, looks at you. I don't know anyone this ugly.
Yeah.
I now
Also
joke. Oh, yeah, I'm joking.
I also don't know this man, but pleasure to make your acquaintance. Looks at the
Pleasure to make
large
your acquaintance.
bone.
Yeah, as he will like stand back up from where he was bowing, as he will say,
It is a pleasure to make all of your acquaintances. I am Maiore Codas, Castellan to the Lord Erakis. And with the young lady Eowyn here, perhaps my request to all of you can be better understood. I am aware of your mission here, to destroy or take away the Tree of Gulthias. I would like to ask you to not do that. At least, not yet. For you see, there is a fruit born from the Tree of Gulthias, but only when enough blood is subsumed. It is for this purpose that I infected the Dryad with the vampirism curse to grow this fruit. The other one was an unexpected. It was an unexpected attribute to the situation. I simply ask this. You simply allow the blights to do as they do. Collect blood until the fruit is born. I take the fruit, and you may deal with the tree as you wish. After all, as I am aware, your mission is not to protect this village or any others. It is to collect the tree, is it not? Or, if you prefer, should you be able to provide the amounts of blood required, I am fine with that as well. Or perhaps, as long as I am able to get this fruit, my Lord Erakis will be happy. I am sure. He has instructed me that should you allow the fruit to be created, he will grant each of you a boon. As well as he shall send out envoys to begin negotiations with your organization to aid against the cult of the elementals. He will reach into his like large, like incredible silk robes that they look like someone took smoke and weaved them into fabrics, and he will pull out a scroll and a small wooden dowel, as he will place the scroll on the ground in front of you, as well as the dowel. This this is a this is for a, how do you say in this language? A gesture of good faith. I have on this scroll is a map to the location of the dryad and the tree. You may have it. The dowel, when broken, I will know, and I shall come back, and I shall come to find you, to know of your decision. I will not stop you either way. After all, if I cannot get the fruit, if the fruit is not on the tree, then the tree is of no worth to me right now. I thank you, and please do have a lovely night. And with that, the bone claw will like spin around and start to almost float off as the skeletons will all like stand at attention, turn in perfect sync, and start to walk down the road as well. The bone claw, after getting about 50 feet away, or after about getting 15 feet away, sorry, will stop, turn around, and say, "Oh, and as a warning, the next attack will be 100 strong. Good night." And he will turn back around and start to leave.
When he mentions a fruit, can I? What is Berlin thinking? What does he look like?
Berlin is fucking glaring at this thing. You have never seen him make this face before. You have never seen Berlin show this level of interest, shall we say.
Is
So
it
Berlin, what do you do?
When oh god damn.
Yeah, because he's the one who's seen like the Gaius.
I unplugged my headphones just then by accident, sorry. One moment, I need to check on something.
You're fine.
I unplugged my headphones.
You're good.
Oh, there we are. Oh, and somebody's asking me about 5th edition, how to do better than other editions or something. Speed, and that is about it, Jokiholic. Anyway, I'm sorry, as you were asking, Ghost, the Berlin appears to have...
Yeah.
You have not seen Berlin get this invested in anything in a law, ever, really, since you've met him. He is glaring at this thing as it goes. Like, head cocked up, looking down on it, nostrils flared, just disgusted. If any of you were watching him during the conversation, I doubt you were, because the fucking Bone Claw was talking.
I was.
Oh, yeah, he was fine until let the tree do what it does happened in the conversation.
Yeah.
That seemed to bother him.
When he starts walking away, Colin starts to go like, "Oh, well, I was too preoccupied with trying to know what the hell was that just happened, but to even say anything in front of him, but." Under strong, huh?
That's not a problem. The problem is, do I let him go?
know who that is. Oh wait, can I do a check to know who Ericles is?
Yeah, go ahead. It would
what
be
check?
a history check.
Okay.
Nope.
3.
Yeah.
Can I do a lucky?
Off the top of your head. Yeah, you can do a luck.
8.
There is
Can I do
something at
another
the back
lucky?
of your. I think you can only do one lucky per check.
Oh yeah. Can I do magical guidance?
Sure.
19.
Oh, wow. Yeah, nice. You think about the name Erakis. Yeah, you remember there was at some point, you remember hearing a nursery rhyme of some kind with that name in it. It was a nursery rhyme about the lord of a very far a very long ago land, who was a very powerful wizard and necromancer. Give me a second. Here you are. Actually.
Hey William, if a hypothetical question, if there was a battle to happen right now, would did you have a map for that?
I probably should have, but to be entirely honest, I do not.
Who's
Yeah, that's fine.
fighting?
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Because man,
I don't know. I don't know.
it's probably too late now to
Oh,
let
I
him
was-
get
I
too.
was-
Go ahead.
I was supposed to have a track at Berlin, wasn't I?
A what at Berlin? Oh, a crack at him? Yeah, probably. Things happened. He was resurrecting the dead, and now a bone claw is here. The crack will happen later.
There we go.
He's probably not in the mood right now to
Eric.
like, swing at you. Oh, go ahead.
Erakis, Lord of Song, the one who learned to scribe, but from death. Erakis, skin and flesh, blood and bone, always and Erakis.
Baller.
Man, all 4 words of that actually came through sounded great, but don't worry, it's written right here.
Shit.
Don't worry. It's fine. Oh. The one who learned from. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Alright, this might be better.
He learned from Jagal.
By the way, real quick, William, I'm freaky. Sorry that I'm not talking as much or being as into it. I'm dealing with something, and I told Jost about it when I first joined. I don't know if he told y'all or not.
I'm sorry?
Ghost? Oh.
Ghost, yeah.
Ah,
It is
Ghost.
Ghost, he just spelled it funny.
Yeah. He's like with his friend on the background, but like he's not really doing anything. He's just there.
Right.
And that's it.
Stop give me a second.
So yes, you've heard that nursery rhyme before. Probably not quite a
Yes.
nursery rhyme so much as a folk song, but either way. Both work.
Yeah. Can I know what the first scribe is?
Well, I mean, you've known Fortune for a few years. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you have literally seen Fortune writing the names of the dead in her pact tome, and very awkwardly asking, like we go into town. Well, I have to go to the morgue. Here I go. Like, you've actually been with her for one of them. I think it was in Seagog, where she actually went to their Hall of the Dead and asked about it.
Yeah. My God.
Same
Yeah.
Fortune.
When like Berlin's like heating up, oh, should I let him go? Colin just says like, I think I know who Eric Keys is. Well, I'm sure Awen does too, but correct me if I'm wrong. He's a necromancer, possibly a lich lord, to have that army, or that many undead. And from what I understand of this nursery rhyme that I've heard, he was a servant of Jirgal, but seeing that his defiance of the dead, I don't know much about Jirgal, but I don't think he's a servant anymore. He's acting so independent.
So Ghost, you would know because you were there when it was all brought up.
Really?
Colin
What
was
is it?
there, yeah. What had happened was Iraquis is a servant of Jirgal, but he has since begun to serve his own interests more, no longer really relying on the pact that much anymore, and is now trying to get out of his pact with Jirgal.
Oh shit! So if I was there, then yeah, I would just say that.
Yeah.
Awen would also kind of like pipe up, and she'd be like, we also already helped this guy get something else. I think that's why he was talking about me. There was a temple in
That's flush.
what?
Yeah, it was flush out
That
at
was
the
flush.
temple, but
No, Awen is saying that.
yeah. Yeah, this is
No, I
Awen.
mean, like, yeah. Go on. Okay.
There was a temple on the island where they couldn't get in because it was a temple of Lathander, and they had asked the hag to do something, but the hag didn't want to do it or was doing something else. But we got him a big crystal heart, and he left. He promised he had one of the others who was with us, call the lich or the master, I guess. I don't know. And he was supposed to call him back, but I guess he either forgot or I don't know. Maybe he's busy.
Yeah. Either way, Berlin. I was looking at you because he mentioned something about a fruit.
I don't think the one in Curse of Strahd had any weird fruit, did it, William?
Nope.
Yeah, I thought not.
He said. Yeah, he said it requires mass amounts of blood. There's not a whole lot of people in Curse of Strahd.
Yeah.
There's like maybe at absolute most 400 NPCs across the entire map.
William, you and me
Yes.
just guessed the same fucking number. That is amazing. Go
God damn it, Freakies. Get out of my head, you fucker.
on. No. But
What does Berlin say?
no idea. Never seen anything like that. never even read anything about that.
Well, as much as you probably want to, eliminate him at the spot. Sorry to say, but I don't think you can. Right now.
The Bone Claw?
Yeah.
I may be able to. If I had some time. The problem is, Bone Claws aren't exactly... well, they're not exactly stupid. He's probably listening to this conversation.
I'm not.
Is there anything in particular you don't like about him?
Tell me, Colin. How is the fruit made?
I was gonna get to that, but I think he's trying to tell us to sacrifice the village.
Bingo. And that cannot be allowed.
So do we
No.
do the opposite of what he says and go against him?
I was thinking. This is similar to your blood magic, no?
In a manner of speaking. Although, this probably has more to do with negative energy, the annihilation of life. Mine's more similar to what a druid
Right.
does. I move it around. When I use the energy, it goes back. That blood I left all over the isle, it's rotting, being consumed, going back into the earth as we speak.
And in that case, it's more difficult.
Yes.
I was going to suggest we do what we're sent here to do. Uproot the tree, and sooner or later, when it's in Alessandro's care, it'll produce fruit from animals or other blood offerings, but I think it takes life rather than just blood.
Additionally, we probably would have heard of Fruit of the Gulthias tree before this if it was that simple. I think it needs a lot, and fast. Not just a lot over time.
There was the offer the offer of helping with the elemental cult.
There is...
I don't know the IG much, but they're not they're the bigger picture kind of people.
I'm looking at the bigger picture. We hand a lich artifacts of power, a lich that will gladly sacrifice this entire village for those artifacts. For the possibility that it will help us. Please note that what it is helping us with is a war that will have many bodies and much death. It's trying to double down on its benefits. Gets all sorts of bodies, souls, and it gets the artifact.
I know. What I'm trying to say is, maybe at this moment, we don't say anything about this encounter.
Perhaps. Personally, I think we should... well...
I agree with that.
Oh, who's that?
Sky Reaper.
Me. I agree with keeping this little conversation to ourselves.
Berlin,
Hmm.
maybe if all they want is a lot of blood really quickly, you can make a lot of blood really quickly. Right?
The tree is vampiric. It feeds off of life. Much of my magic converts positive energy into arcane energy.
I'm not fully sure what that means, but I'm guessing it's not good.
The blood created by my magic is inert. If it wasn't, I could just use it to refill the gem. And that would have been very useful. But something for nothing is not how nature works. It's not how anything works. It's not how this agreement works. You see, he's actually like running, he's like got his head turned up, he's actually running his nails like down like his chin and neck a little bit. Not like digging in, but like he seems to be doing it as some sort of like tick or something.
LS. Oh, wait. This Isho is. I think Isho is one of them. One of their own.
Perhaps.
Uh,
A lone necromancer isn't a problem. A lich that's willing to sacrifice an entire village and obviously has plans is.
Yeah, I mean, if it's gathering stuff like this, that can't be good.
Exactly. What did you gather?
Alexander. Continue. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna listen, but I'm not gonna speak for like 2 minutes because I need to go upstairs real quick.
Shit.
No, I'm just upstairs. I'm just gonna move because it's hot out.
Right.
Fair enough.
You got something made of crystal for it last time, you said?
Yeah, it was a heart.
A crystal.
It was a heart of a dragon, I guess.
Of a dragon. Do you know what sort of dragon?
Well, I guess it was crystal, because the heart was made of crystal.
Berlin, like, almost... He stifles snapping at her, and then just softens the expression. I'm sure it was.
Oh, you mean what kind of crystal? Oh, sorry. Let me see if I can remember. As William is, he's best to remember. I know specific. I don't remember
Amethyst,
the kind of dragon, but I know. But I know the
it was the radiant.
The element of the dragon.
Yeah, it was radiant, wasn't it?
It was the radiant dragon.
Yeah, I think that's amethyst.
Crystal. It was. Nope. It's literally just crystal.
Oh, okay.
It is a crystal dragon.
Yeah. So it has an artifact of immense radiant power. It's looking for an artifact of immense necrotic power.
Ooh, amethyst dragons are force. Interesting.
Oh yeah. Hence the amethyst annihilator being force. No,
it's isn't it? Wait, isn't it like the topaz gun or whatever?
Yeah, you're right. The topaz annihilator. There is no amethyst.
Topaz is necrotic.
Oh. I mean, that's kind of cool. That's a necrotic rifle, but also kind of meh. I don't know.
Anywho.
That for some reason got me all pissed off remembering those stupid fucking clowns from the new Spelljammer thing that should never have made it past the first draft because they have a multi-attack, infinite ammunition, zero resource cost weapon that does like 2d6 psychic damage and makes you make a save, or you lose your turn and are incapacitated.
I think it's either or, but
Either way, that's bad. The fact that it's multiple mook enemies with multi-attack, and every attack can make you lose your entire fucking turn.
no, that's fair.
Yeah. Anyway. Banishing that thought from my head. Right. Well. What are we doing about the tree? We seem to have two for uprooting it. Although you seem to think I could grow it faster. Awen.
He said that, I guess we do what we came here to do. The big guy said he wasn't going to stop us either way.
Yes, but it's never that simple. He wants the fruit. This is why I shouldn't have let him go. Because here's what's going to happen. He infected the first one, made the tree. If he doesn't get the fruit from this one, he's going to do it somewhere else.
Maybe? Should we call him back and ask him?
I think if we call him back, it should be into a trap. But if it's a bone claw in service to a lich, I don't think killing it is going to actually kill it. We'll have to catch it.
Would we be able to catch it if we just wrapped a rope around him? Would that hold him?
It might hold him for a moment. As I said, it's a bone claw. They're magical. I wouldn't be surprised if it just slipped into the ethereal plane. Maybe dimensional shackles, or an imprisonment. The spell.
Can anybody here cast prison spell?
No.
I don't know what dimensional is, but I think I have some shackles on me.
Berlin smiles. We need magical shackles that can stop it from teleporting or changing realities.
Think a shop around here would have any?
No. Well, I've been surprised
I was
before,
gonna say,
actually.
I doubt it.
I have been surprised before.
I mean, I can always go to the nearest kingdom and see if they could have any. And hurry back as quick as possible. I am able to fly. And exhaustion never bothered me.
I was thinking it may be smarter to check more supernatural areas. I currently have an order on the works in the city of Brass, a set of plate armor for Massive Hog, and Azer is working on it. You can buy anything in the city of Brass.
Including information. Also.
Oh. Wait.
Hello.
Do you think they'd have one of the first in this?
I wouldn't be surprised. But I was more thinking something that we can use to imprison the Bone Claw. The difficulty is, it's in service to the Lich. If we capture or kill the Bone Claw, we're going to have to fight the Lich. That may have seemed like a nice conversation to all of you, but that was an intimidation. It knows.
Oh, that wasn't.
It knows full well that we know that it is in service to the Lich. If we tell it no, we risk an ire. If we tell it no and there is no ire, we're simply pushing the problem onto someone else. If we fight back, we have to fight the Lich.
Is he within 120 feet, by the way, William?
I think he's left.
Yeah, you don't see him anywhere near you.
Damn.
The
Basically, it
Kingdom
was
of Brass.
the City of Brass.
City of Bread.
It's in the Plane of Fire.
City, okay.
It's found in the elemental plane of fire.
Yeah, I'm looking at the map to see, get used to the area. Ignore me.
Oh, yes, yes.
William, remind me again.
Yes.
In the so if you use like a stake that killed a vampire and you plant it, does it have to be planted to a dryad tree, or just like the item itself grows into a?
The item itself grows into a Gulthias tree.
Right. So the wording of the bone claw was infected the tree, meaning that
He
probably you
cursed the dryad with vampirism.
yeah, basically.
That's you can curse
The wording-
you can curse a dryad with vampirism to make a Gulthias tree, or you can plant it. Like there's multiple ways.
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn, a lich can do that.
Yeah. So in older editions, you used to be able to just turn people into vampires. Like that's how vampirism is a form of undeath that is a curse. Like Strahd was quote unquote the first vampire, and he was cursed into one by the dark powers. You can also, as a necromancer, just do that to people. In 5th edition, you can make whites. So, you know.
Cohen just says, well, I don't know how frequent he could do that, but yes, they are a major threat and should be reported. There's also reason to believe that he is behind the fog, since the rumor of this Eric piece and the massive concentrations of undead.
We know for a fact he's behind the fog because Fortune got a mission from Jergal and a Tome Pact ability that lets her traverse the fog that he created.
God damn.
Also, the Bone Claw literally told you about that last time you met.
Yeah, that too.
God damn.
Yeah, that's
All
actually
right.
been on my to-do list for a while, and I'm pretty sure.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the to-do list.
Yeah, like Fortune's coming back eventually, and it's gonna be probably the Iroquois mission and the Marco situation and the Black Sands.
Well,
That last one is mostly personal.
Yeah, that last one is that one for now. That last one's an investigation. She's pretty sure they were involved with blowing up the shop, but it might also be the Temple of Sirik.
if it helps, Fortune was sent on a mission from Jergal himself to eliminate it.
Yes.
And
Also, William.
Not eliminate
Okay.
Erikis, just do investigations into Erikis. Because, like, as long as you're doing the thing you were told to do, Jergal doesn't really give a shit what you do.
Exactly. Go on, Barney.
As long as you're writing down the names and not violating, like, the sanctity of life and death, you're fine.
Oh, he doesn't care about that party.
Yeah.
That second part. Maybe he does in this setting. I don't know, but
I don't know. I thought I read
Nope.
that somewhere.
No,
I'm sorry.
that's the-
I'm sorry. What were you saying, Sela?
Oh, I was gonna ask to add to your to-do list of things. Could you send me like a map, like a more interactive map, or not like more interactive, but one that I can just use to get a handle on where things would be?
Yeah, sure.
'Cause this screenshot that I got is just fucking terrible.
Oh yeah, yeah. Basically, you send him a file of the file that you have the map on. Yeah, that'd be cool. Thanks.
I'll add it to my D&D files.
My great D&D folder. But
It's not great. It's just right now. It's just those screenshots. I'm gonna be honest.
let's see. How big is my D&D folder right now? My D&D folder is man, look at that number jump. Let's see, 2.11 gigabytes.
God damn, man.
It's a lot of D&D.
That is a lot of D&D.
Skyripper, can you tell me, since you're working with Alexandra, is this the first case of Goliath tree happening? Goliath tree.
Goliath tree.
I do not know. I'm pretty sure this is the only case that I know of.
I have 1.41 gigs in my folder.
Jesus.
Me and William
Is
do
it all for DMing or like?
Yeah. William,
Kind of, yeah.
William DMs. I do art and prep for and like make a setting. So yeah, I got that D&D folder. I've got like all
So you were saying?
Go ahead.
Anyways, I don't believe I do know of anything else. This is the only case that I am aware of. He didn't tell me about any.
You'd have
If I
probably
am
thrown in the
careful-
fact that like the last one that they know of would have been like 400 or so years ago.
I'm sure Moon Trip has a couple.
Alright. But
Nah, why would they give a tree their blood? That's their blood. Why would they waste it on a plant?
Well, I'm not saying they did it on purpose.
Plant was thirsty.
They probably have the means to make a few, but
God, the number of shadow wells there probably are in Moon Drip. Anyway.
400 here.
Oh, you walk
into
into a street alley that's particularly infamous for murders, and then you walk out the other side and you're on the street you just walked in from, but everything looks even more fucked. Oh no.
Oh fuck.
Welcome to the Shadowfell, motherfucker. Hey, I'm East Lyson. Says the
hey, I'm his license. Welcome to Jackass.
My name is East Lyson. Welcome to Jackass.
Today we're fucking with the supernatural.
Today we are fucking.
What?
What?
Today, I've got this air horn, and I'm going to be blowing it in Strahd's ear all day today.
I cracked an
And
egg.
he can't do shit because he signed a legally binding contract.
God damn
with
it.
a lawyer.
Go on, Ghost.
Okay, so first of all, does Skyripa say that? Like the 400 years?
Yes. I believe I do.
Yeah. Everyone hears that. And, shit. Willem, can I think of something? What would have happened if a large amount of necrotic, and not necrotic, negative, well, it is necrotic, but yeah, negative energy comes into contact with a large amount of positive energy?
They annihilate each other.
You're a high level spellcaster. Yeah, they would either, depending on how things go, they would either like cancel each other out or chaos.
And not chaos as in
Just some-
things get fucky, chaos as in 40k.
Yeah. Yeah, the you know, the, what was it? The neutral plane kind of, yeah. Chaos. Oh, chaotic neutral plane. What was it called? Limbo.
Limbo.
Yeah, limbo type of chaos.
Yeah. Or the Beastlands.
I just
think
don't
that's
understand what his motive is.
Well,
hold
from what Fortune says, his goal is to get out of his deal with Dragal. I don't know how that helps, but
with the god of...
Would he do that with whatever he's trying to do with the maybe the crystal heart and this plant?
I don't know.
And plus, I didn't know Jugal for being the demanding type of patron.
I mean, he's fairly demanding where I'm from, mostly in the sense that you do as you are told.
Yeah, some people kind of get tired of that, so maybe he just wants to not be under someone's thumb. Is that the phrase?
Yes.
Maybe he just doesn't like working for someone else anymore. I don't know.
That's probably exactly it, Eowyn.
Oh, I got it right. Okay, thank you.
Think of it this way, he's a lich. Many of the things that a lich does includes the binding of souls, the prevention of the afterlife. It could be he's allowed to do his smaller actions while in service to Dragal, but anything larger is in violation. I know, and where I'm from, Dragal is the god of the dead. He loathes to deal with it, but he does have to oversee those souls of the dead. William, is Dragal the Scrivener under Kelimvor in this setting, or is he the full-on god of the dead?
Yes.
Okay, still. Okay.
No, it is basically like modern, current lore right now.
Okay, he serves under Kelimvor. Got it.
Yes.
So, but I know in this world he serves under Kelimvor as Scrivener, meaning he only has his paperwork to do and he does not need to care for the dead. Although it could be he is a servant under... Iroquois is a servant under Dragal, and Dragal doesn't care if he does a few things, but Kelimvor, if he notices his Scrivener is letting his warlocks do as they wish and unravel life and death. Perhaps he's being commanded, having his arm twisted. One of them, at least.
Maybe? I don't know.
Right. Then
He said 100 of those things were gonna come here, but he didn't say when.
Yes, when's the problem? We do need to make the preparations, that's for certain, and knowing how many tells us a general idea of how much preparation to make, or what we need to shoot for at least. We were prepared for about 80, but they're bringing 100. The good news is...
Hey, Colin, I guess with I think they said most of them were, in the past, were small ones. And they group up a lot, so you're gonna get to burn a lot of them in any time you do anything, right? And you make a big boom. You get rid of you burn a lot.
Well, that depends on how much collateral damage we're willing to make. We've run into a problem here. This is the village.
it was common collective.
We could go for a fencing in tactic and burn them all together.
We could. Go on, Ghost.
He was common collected before, but then suddenly Awen says that and his eyes go blank. You guys continue.
The problem is, the village is here. The tree line is right there.
We can
It is-
probably cut down
it
the
is about-
trees and
It is about 30 feet, but yeah.
Yeah. another issue is
Cut a few trees down, put some stones in the ground, uproot the grass, and make it to where they won't reach,
yes.
and then light it all on fire.
I mean, we could maybe also use my sword, as she like pulls like puts her hand on the hilt of the frost blade, like across her back. I mean, it does it every time I take it out, so I could just run around and sheathing and unsheathing it. Maybe.
That may actually work.
Hey, wait. Yeah. By the way, Colin snaps out of it. By the way, depending on how far the tree is, we could just, before they attack it. Well, no, he doesn't say that. But
should we, since we know where it is, should we go ahead and get that wagon?
Wagon?
I mean, if we're gonna, drag it back with us after taking out of the ground.
Oh, yes, that is the thing I was going to say. As Skyripa said, the accounted appearance of this tree was around 400 years ago. So that indicates even if he grows, one, it's going to take a while. And if he infects a dryad tree with a vampire, I'm assuming he doesn't have that kind of contact, apparently. Or no, fuck me, man. If he wants to curse a dryad tree, it's going to take a while, or he didn't have the resources to do it until now, for some reason. But we have time in between that. Also, I suggest not taking the tree back to Alexander.
What do you mean?
Well, it's easier to take away, no? Again, he confidently said he could send an envoy to Alexander about the discussions of the fight with the elemental plane and IAG. He could just one day just take it away and do this whole thing again. If he has that stone.
That's why I'm suggesting we get rid of the bone claw and the lich.
I agree with Berlin.
I don't know. I guess we could probably do the first one, but I don't know if we can do the second.
He's on the Isle of the Dead.
We could do both. I'm just saying my option gives us more time.
I mean, I don't know about that. How would, if we give it to Alexander, then Alexander has it, not Erikes.
I think giving Alexander the root clippings would be the best middle ground. To ensure that we still complete our mission, destroy the tree, stall for time, and deny to Erikes all at once.
Yeah, he said to get as much as we physically can, so I guess burn the roots, drag the rest of the tree with us?
I was thinking we destroy the top layer of the tree and bring him some root clippings. Dig what we can out of the ground.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, that could work. He did tell me just to bring back the roots, and if I could get the whole tree, bring it too, but if we don't gotta bring the whole tree, I say go for the roots.
Yeah, Colin's basically saying, like, we don't give him the whole tree. No.
Yes. Alright.
Yeah.
Now, I'm usually not one for getting into the world-saving side of things like this, but we need to think of what to do about the Lich. If it's gathering crystal dragon hearts and fruit from Golthias trees and, I don't know, the testicles of Mask, then we have a larger problem.
I say we deal with him as well. If we can somehow get some shackles. But
Now on to the more immediate problem. When it comes to the small things, in large groups, myself and Colin are perfect for the job, seemingly, at first. Larger things will get through, and that's where Miss Awen comes in, and you might be useful. I don't know, you look like you might not die in a fight. Looking at Sky Reaper.
I'm really good at hitting things hard. and getting hit.
And you're still alive, Awen. Wear your scars with pride.
She kind of like puffs up her chest at that.
The problem is...
I won't die in a fight, Berlin. No worries here.
I said you looked like you might not. Now being useful, that's another story. We'll find out.
I won't die in a
Good
fight.
for it.
Oh, really? How do you know that? Because I'm running the fuck away.
Exactly.
Because if it gets bad, I'm turning the other direction. Fuck you, yeah.
Berlin has heard that boast
I can
word
fly,
for word.
fuckers. You can't.
Why not? Berlin chases you. But,
I can fly.
I could also just, fly a decent ways and just stealth away.
yeah. Like, Berlin has heard that boast word for word before, and then that fucker ran away.
That's why I said it like that.
This happened in the Spelljammer campaign he was in.
So somebody actually said that and ran away.
Yes. It was great. Anyway,
Jesus.
We accused him
I'm
of
great
running
for
away. He was
being
trying to...
sneaky there.
Yeah. It was our rogue. He was actually trying to pull off, like, a cool move, but he could... Like, the combat ended before he could. But, yeah, he was missing for, like, the 3 rounds the combat lasted trying to get into position.
That reminds me of the Minds of Madness, I think it's called. It's a very classic D&D thing.
Yeah.
D&D like beginner module where it's like, oh, you have to can you please go to this mountain and find this forge for us, because our ancestors were driven from this forge by orcs and Dwergar, and you have to go like find the place and clear it out of like the orcs and stuff. And there's like, and at the bottom of like this very deep well is like this massive corrupted lake, and it's corrupted because there was a green or black dragon living in it. I remember I played Haresh in that game. She was a Yuan-Ti pureblood. So they found these like highly toxic spores, and they gathered a bunch of them in various like vials because they were immune to poison, so they could just gather that shit. So we were on the shore of this massive lake, this massive underground lake, and the dragon comes out and starts flying. So I'm like, I have an idea, and I start running. I have my character start running to like back to the ladder which we had climbed down to get to this place, and fucking the dragon sees me running towards the ladder, and it's like, nope. So what it does is it fucking like clips the ladder about like 10 feet above like my character's head, and it goes, now what, bitch? And I'm like, I just go, oh, I wasn't trying to climb up the ladder, I just wanted you in range, fucker. So I smashed the vials of the extremely toxic spores on my chest plate, becoming a cloud of just, I think it was like
66
4d10 poison damage or something.
It was Cloud Kill.
Something like that, yeah.
That's Cloud Kill's damage.
But like this dragon was like, oh, fuck, what the fuck? Oh god, no, I can't see.
Fun fact, the Cloud Kill spell is canonically chlorine gas. Holy shit.
Damn.
Yeah, that's dangerous. That's bad.
No wonder it's so much damage.
Yeah, it should be fucking acid and poison, technically.
Something actually also kind of funny about that event is the dragon hit us with a breath weapon, and the monk failed and would have died outright. But I had cast aid on them like right before the fight, and it was like, oh, if he had 2 less HP, he would have just outright died right now.
And that's why aid is important. Anyway, the big glaring issue is, if Colin destroys a large swath of them, there's a chance the forest and the village will burn down. If I do it, I'm going to soak the land in blood, which is going to rot and probably spread disease this close to the village. Also attract the blights if we don't destroy the tree immediately after.
What if we find like a clearing or something, like a quarry or a river or something like that? They're blind, right? So what if we just led them to this place so we can blow them up?
That could work. And in
Bring all
I
the
mean,
villagers there.
Gotta be the villagers. What? No, I'm sorry. Are you asking if I want you to blow up the villagers?
No. I mean, like, draw them out. Is that how you're gonna draw them out?
No. I mean, if they said they'd go after the biggest things they can. So, if the pig could draw them out, or we could get an ox or something, you know, a big enough blood bag that they follow.
Do you think that would work?
I mean, if I don't see why not, unless
Does that lead them to the area and quickly hide? And well,
unless the dryad is with them, maybe, and tells them not to follow.
I mean,
But
I could
the only
sneak
people
over,
who-
kill the dryad.
maybe I don't know.
it wouldn't be too hard to. They're not that strong.
I can also see in the dark, and well, I'm really sneaky.
I mean that depends on what the infection did to her. 'Cause it sounds like she's not normal.
No, but a Gothias tree isn't very strong either.
It's always worth a shot.
I think the problem we have here is numbers and its growth. Individual things like this dryad or the tree itself, if we can make it to them, they shouldn't be too difficult for us.
My question is, where is it getting the blood to make all these things? Because that's what you said, right? It uses the blood in it to make more blights, and I don't know how much blood it takes against how much blood is in a person or a monkey or something.
Eowyn,
Somebody could be
But-
feeding it.
listen.
But if there's 100 of them in just this one, I think Miss Isha did the math. She told me about it. Like this would make more than 200 of them that have attacked us, like this village alone.
Eowyn,
I would say someone might be feeding them.
most likely, the Dryad was gathering alms, supposedly, or tribute tithe. But tell me, everybody listen carefully. Tell me what you hear.
What the fuck do I hear?
William,
Make a perception check
uh,
or a nature check.
what sounds do we hear around us?
Perception or nature.
Alright.
I'm gonna
which
fucking
is
kill someone.
slash roll.
Ghost hears the bird.
The bird that's giving him the finger.
Wait, I can just.
If you
Oh, well,
click,
there we go.
if you click on
I-
perception
yeah, I
on
can just
your
In
click it.
your, but yeah, 17
Yeah.
is good. Just tell me what your bonus is.
-5. No.
Oh, I just re-rolled, but my
No, we
bonus is positive
yeah.
5.
So 22.
Okay, so that is 22. Yeah. That's how
I'm
we
not
do
used
it in this one. Even if you misclick, like the first roll you get is the one we go with.
All right.
All right, Awen. Come on, Awen. Load your character sheet. There we go. Survival is 6 and perception is 6. I don't know, it was nature, not nature is 5. So let's go with perception. 19. So everyone but Colin, it'll take a little bit, but it like what Berlin is like alluding to is very stark. You hear nothing. Just the wind blowing through the trees. You don't hear the sound of bats in the distance. You don't hear crickets chirping.
Chittering
don't
of monkeys.
hear- You don't hear any kind of like chittering of animals. Nothing. Just the wind.
Everything
I don't
else
hear
is.
anything.
That's because everything else is
That's
gone.
creepy.
The village.
They've killed everything. That's how they've been feeding.
Or driven them away. Because like the cows and stuff are still in the village, and chickens.
Because they've not approached the village yet, they've not breached it. But the wilds out there, the farm villages, the little farmhouses, that's the
Yeah.
word I was looking for. They're gone.
They're spreading slowly, killing everything that they come in contact with.
I think the plan.
That they can kill.
Yes. Like I said earlier.
No, they can kill just about everything here, can't they? I mean, is there anything that's here that's actually a threat besides us?
The villagers fought off the first few, I think they said. But that was when there was only like 2 or 3 in a group, and then the monks showed up. They're to help defend the place, and then the other 2 IAG groups did.
Where are they now?
They're in the village. They were they are other members of like Alexander's
Okay, so I know they're here.
circle. Yes, yeah, you know they're here. And in fact, if you remember, Shiver,
Yeah, he's IAG,
Yeah, that-
isn't he?
yeah, he was one of the him and the guy were also members of the other IAG groups. Their mission was to protect the village. Your mission is to find the tree.
So one group hunts it, the other group defend.
Yep.
Alright. And Arnold Greystone was his name.
Yes. With his Goliath wife.
Now there are 2 reasons why they have not killed everything in the village yet. 2 possible reasons. 1, a stroke of happy coincidence. It's a half-infected dry Nagothias tree that are the brains of this operation. Neither of those are very worldly when it comes to city life. They sent a small force. That force died. They sent a bigger force, that one died too, and then a bigger still, and that one died, not quite aware that the village has been calling in backup. This last one could be a major gambit. If we defeat it, it may leave them weakened. Because everything in the surrounding area with blood, that would be... Well, no. This village is about 200. There's enough life in the surrounding area for thousands. Although...
I think the mayor said there's 1,000 people in the village.
Yeah, so it's about... So one moment, I'm recalculating. No, that's still thousands. That there's probably enough life in the surrounding woods for 2,000 blights.
Probably.
Yeah. They could number in the thousands, now that I think of it.
Oh. That's not good.
And it spreads wider every day.
If we defeat the next one and we know where it is with this map, as she holds up the scroll, should we ask the other two groups to come with us? Go directly to it?
We will have to assess the situation after the battle. If we lose next to no one and everything is well, we may be able to spare 2 of the monks for our effort. If not, they're going to need everyone they can, and we might actually have to leave one of our group behind.
I will remind you that there are about 60 monks in the village right now.
Yeah, hence why I'm saying, 2 of their strongest could be spared to us if the assault goes well.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Otherwise, they can't spare it.
And despite our mission objective, I believe that defending this village is of utmost priority first.
It would be in the
agree.
spirit of the IAG. I don't know how much Alexander cares.
Yeah, no. They are, again, bigger picture.
Yes, Solo, you would know about Alexander. He is empathetic, but it's mostly towards his people. He will view your lives as the 10 or so IAG members. He would view as more important than every other person in the village combined.
Yeah.
He would prefer you to save as many people as possible, but as long as your group survives and gets the job done, then, as long as you're not the ones burning down the fucking village.
Suck.
Alright.
Yeah. Do
Well,
what you can. Get the mission done. Come back.
let's have a look at the map in the meantime. We can probably have Skyreaper or myself scout it out. See if you can
Or
spot
is the
anything.
tree?
Well, we're about to find that out. We haven't unrolled the map
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah. I was gonna type hey, can I look at the map where you guys are talking? But Awen said that when I was typing, I was like, okay.
Well, go on, Awen. Let's see if this bone claw is useful.
Yes. So give me a second. Okay.
I will be right back. I gotta use the bathroom.
Okay. So give me a second.
Alright, so basically, are we in agreement of, Oh damn. What are we doing here?
The fuck?
Oh damn, it's days away, isn't it?
So you are currently right here. It will show, the map will show that it is right here.
Alright, so that's 3 days away, so we can get there in about a day and a half. Probably,
Yeah,
with our
of
collective
course.
mounts and flights and bullshit.
Yes.
So yeah, we definitely will have to deal with this 100 and then rest and then go for it. The good news is...
basically, Awen is saying, hey, should we take the other 2 IAG groups with us?
Yeah. Well, there's
Does
good
anyone
news.
have augury?
No.
Okay, never mind.
There is good news with this placement. So, it's fairly obvious we are on the edge of its influence. Otherwise, we would be seeing things much worse than they are now. So let's assume it's controlling about this area. Note I've drawn a semicircle. The mountains. Very little life there, and they're probably acting as a shield. It could have gone through this pass into this area as well. But we don't know that for sure. We'd have to scout it.
They did say they haven't heard. I think the mayor said they sent a couple of a few runners to try and contact the other villages on the other side of the mountains, but none of them came back.
Right. I've accidentally drawn the Uchiha symbol. Anyway, At this point, my stone is running dry, but if I can find another source...
Maybe you can drink the tree.
Possibly, although much of it would probably be depleted already. The tree's a necrotic force, whatever's left in it wouldn't be much. Just its most recent meal.
Maybe? I don't know.
Basic.
You want some of my blood?
We may have to discuss that in time, but for now, we need to plan carefully on what we bleed and when. If we bleed our own troops, and they attack tomorrow or later tonight, that's going to be some of us less able to fight. Tell me, Awen, have you ever suffered major blood loss before?
I think.
The graying at the corner of your vision, the feeling of cold and numbness all over your body, your limbs not listening to you properly, realizing you're on the floor suddenly after standing a moment ago.
I don't think I felt anything quite that extreme.
Well, you would be about there.
I'm sorry, what are you saying, Colin?
I thought you were in by T-Rex. You didn't suffer major blood loss?
Awen's sturdy.
It bit me, yeah, but it was most of the damage was from its stomach acid, and then it's slamming its ass on my head.
Awen was a living bruise once. I don't think the T-Rex's teeth could penetrate her.
No, they did. They definitely did like some pretty good damage, but 90% of what she took was acid or bludgeoning damage in that fight.
Well, I was making the joke that like Awen's so sturdy it didn't actually pierce her. She just got like squeezed real bad by them, so she was just all bruised and her bones were gonna break before she did.
Either way.
Yeah, the joke is that Awen's muscles are stronger than her bones. Haha.
Yeah.
Barbarian.
I like I will say that is actually reminds me of something I really love, like that I've heard in 40K, which is I forget the name of the planet, but I guess like during the Horus Heresy there was a fight so bad that it literally broke a planet, and like there was a war going on like planet-wide that literally destroyed it, and as there were escape ships taking off, there was literally fighting still going on as the planet was crumbling to pieces. Like there's like an excerpt where it's like, even through the port of our ship we could see the laser fire still happening as the planet tore itself asunder and began to break in half. And like there's a saying where like the planet broke before the guard did. And it's just like, oh fuck, I love that.
That happened in Halo too, like when Installation 04 was destroyed, like the broken off pieces of the ring still had humans and Covenant and Flood fighting on them. It's actually like set in some of the books, yeah. Like there were a lot of events that happened on the ring after it broke apart. Anyway, so yes,
Cadia, that's the name of the planet.
Do we want to send somebody to scout the tree? It would be a day and a half there and back, or if we can refill Berlin Stone, or if Colin has a way to get there and back really fast, we can use ethereal travel to actually all of us go there on the border ethereal plane, check it out, then come back in probably 2 hours. Or less.
I could teleport.
Yeah. I'm asking, like, do we want to do it like that or not? Because, yeah, with ethereal travel, Berlin can, I think, get 8 other creatures with etherealness? Let's see.
Yeah, I will note that the map does give you like a general location of about like 5 square miles.
Yeah, which from the air we should
So
be
it-
able to...
Yeah.
Ooh, but yeah, we will actually have to leave the ethereal plane to do that, though, because we only see about 30 feet from our point on the border ethereal. The mists. But, Oh,
Yeah,
60
etherealness is just going to the nether portal.
No, it's, basically we're gonna be in the space between planes doing that. We'd be able to see up to 60 feet into this plane from it. Anyway, Where's
travel
the-
was going to be faster.
up to 3 willing creatures. If I cast it at 8th level, which I can only do with the Ritual of Arcana, which, we ain't doing right now, because goddamn, that's even more expensive. I ain't got
From
the
that
money for
area,
that.
that place is not very heavily forested, isn't it?
The mountainside isn't, the other side actually has some pretty green going on there.
No, where the I guess. Oh, I don't know.
Like,
It's more
he-
closer to the mountains.
what I'm saying is
Yeah.
like, but this, all of this.
Yeah, no. I was just wondering, like, if we were to fight it, I won't set too much on fire. That's it.
The problem is there's a nice, perfect line of trees here all the way to all of this area. Man, look at all that green. I don't think it would catch the whole country, but it definitely would spread pretty fucking far. Like, forest fires are fucked, man, especially jungle fires.
Yeah.
Like, remember, those Australian brush fires got most of the landmass, I think, didn't they? Or was like the smoke hit most of the land. It was bad. It spread like crazy.
We're getting distracted.
We are, god damn it. Okay, do we want to have Colin teleport, send Skyreaper to scout, or have Berlin ethereal travel? No matter what, it's basically going to take a day of rest. Before or
Yeah,
after?
honestly, if we were going to scout, I think all 5 of us should go.
I could, with the ritual, take up to 3 of you with me. That's about it.
Could you remind me what etherealness does again? Sorry.
It drags you into the border ethereal plane. From there, you can move somewhat slowly in 3 dimensions and see up to 60 feet into the plane itself. What most people, well, most wizards who know the spell know it, but most people who hear about it don't know, is you can cross into the deep ethereal from the border ethereal. If you do that, you begin moving at the speed of idea, more or less. You just think about a space on the material plane and then cross back into the border ethereal and you will be there. It is somewhat dangerous. Ethereal marauders, filchers, phase spiders, githyanki, you name it, they skulk the area, ghosts and undead. So...
Oh, I really don't like phase spiders there. I've fought a few of those before.
Luckily, they are animals. Usually, when I encounter them, it turns out if you grab them by their blood and throw one at another one and then carve another's face open, they get spooked and run off.
I can't grab one by the blood.
No, I'm
unfortunately.
I'm describing my last encounter with them. Hey, when I saw you carve the head of a giant Tyrannosaurus open with your sword, I'm sure you could take a phase spider.
I can. I've fought and killed some before. I just don't.
Then channel that dislike of them into the urge to kill them. It is our way.
But it would be faster.
Either will work.
I mean, like logistically, how much faster?
I mean, if you can teleport there and back, that's fine. Do you have a way to fly and avoid threat during that time? Or are you going to teleport us all, which we could do, but, well, Berlin's gonna, like, reach into his pocket. He pulls out this little tiny figurine of a chest. No. He, like, puts it away. Alright. I think your plan might be best. I need to be careful with my resources.
Alright.
It'll be useful towards...
So all of us are going?
Are we in agreement on that? All of us?
Yes.
The plan, I'm assuming I am. Yeah.
So
What
myself...
about you, Skyripper?
Solo!
Okay, you're right. I think he'd be a forgotten.
God damn. The
I'm
moment...
assuming he is.
Yes, I'm on the toilet with it.
Okay. What the fuck? Okay, yeah. That's dedication, man. I respect.
Yeah, I've done it before, it's fine.
Couldn't focus on everything because focusing on other stuff, but you know, continue.
Hey, I find pooping is
What
the
do you
time
need?
that I'm most focused.
Yeah. Alright. It will be easier now.
What do you
since and we have properly defended the village all we can.
Berlin's going to activate his Bloodwell vial, because this might call for it.
The reason I asked for Augury is that since we don't know the attack when the attack is, I was going to ask maybe like would the attack happen while we're away, but you know
That
it's only a day, but so hopefully they don't.
also, Augury is something that will occur within the next 10 minutes or an hour. I can't remember which.
I don't. Really? Oh, okay.
It's a short-range thing. It's good for finding out which door has a trap.
Alright.
Upper. One time, I think. I didn't know that. Okay.
Although,
This is Colin talking, by the way.
although a divination or contacting another plane might give that answer. I believe it was a divination.
It looks at my fire spells and I don't see it.
It looks at my fucking blood spells. Nope.
No, I don't see that. Yeah, well. Alright. But before we teleport, I think we should inform the others that we're going to that, and then we teleport. Which, if you guys want, we could, just say that we did, and then go.
Well, first what we need to do is finish checking on the village, because an army of undead was just here, and I'm sure people are freaking out, and we were still meeting up with the other IAG people.
Yeah.
So let's go do that.
Communicate. Yeah, communicate. Oh, by the way, William, while we were waiting for, I believe it was 3 days or 2 days for setting up defenses.
We haven't set them up yet. It's still on the first day.
No, this is the night of like the third day.
Oh!
Okay, yeah, there.
One moment,
Yeah.
I need to mark some things down.
Yeah, I
And
was
that's
also
not
gonna do
good,
that.
because I was thinking about... God damn it, William, I wish I had known you'd done that.
He did say that in the end of the session last time.
I don't remember that, goddamn. Okay, I have a bunch of things to do.
You can retroactively have done some stuff. That's fine.
I mean, the Berlin
We
might
would be
actually...
working on that.
Berlin may actually have some... So, that's 5, 10, 15...
All I do is guard drakes. Which I have one more day left until it, becomes an egg.
William, how much would it cost for Berlin to hire a second Azer to help work on the armor for the boar?
Let's see.
In the plane of fire. In the city of brass.
I'm gonna say roll a persuasion check, because Azers are like rather prideful as like one of the best smith species in the multiverse. So having one help another one is kind of like being like, hey, I don't think either of you can handle this properly. Can you work together? That's not what you mean most usually, but that's a lot of the time how they take it.
Exactly. They're dwarves. They're
or they-
tempestuous. They're fire dwarves.
Yes. With 29, it'll be
Listen.
like they'll like kind of reluctantly agree.
Listen,
And it'll
if
be
you two can't work
to get
together-
another one to assist will be about 200 gold.
Doing it.
Okay.
Also, well, nah, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, one moment. So, okay, I gotta math this out, because first things first, I have to Sigil of Mists, which is 7th level. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. From there, we're going to Yggdrasil, then we're traveling up the tree into a plane of fire portal at the end of one of the branches. And then from there, should be at the City of Brass, actually. Depending on if... So basically I need to ask you, William, yes. So, Berlin was last at Yggdrasil 4 days ago. Has the branch that leads to the plane of fire that he used last time fallen in that time and now?
No, not yet.
Okay, good. So yes, he uses the same branch he used before. And okay, so yeah, that's 200 gold. Berlin will ask if anybody wants him to pick anything up while he's in the City of Brass.
Bro just fucking disappeared.
No, this happened during the days leading up to now.
Are you gonna pay for it?
With your money, maybe, yes.
No, okay. Never mind. Ooh, I would want some names of traders. Not like, true names or something like that, but just, names.
I'm not going to be
Okay.
there that long to be carousing with the merchants.
Okay.
I could give you the name of the
Yes.
Azer I'm going to see.
Yeah, that's fine.
Dorfranier.
Did you write that down? Does he have a last name?
Not that he told me.
Okay. No, that's it. Oh, and jewelry. Did you give me like, I don't know, 5 rings? Just regular gold rings or something?
Just gold rings, nothing artisanal or specific. If you wanted
How much
jewelry-
did you say?
Hmm?
How much would that cost?
Depends on the rings.
I'll pay you back later. Depends on the rings. Just find which one that's good, and the price could be up to 500 gold pieces each.
Berlin reaches in and takes out his actual bloodstone, which is actually, maybe you haven't noticed before. Yes, it seems to be hanging on some basically string, some heavy string here. Or no, that was the old one. No, he actually no, he didn't have time. Some heavy string, but what it's actually slotted into is this beautiful, very fine carved gold inlet that it's actually been slotted into, and then the gold has been formed around. You know I am a jeweler, Colin. I do make
I
jewelry if
could
you want
never have
rings.
guessed.
I've worn many hats. I made this myself, the decorative hilts on my dagger, all of it. If you're looking for jewelry, I can help you with that. Or do you just want rings from the Plane of Fire?
I'm sorry, but the story from the Plane of Fire is better.
Very well. Oh, just a saint
Thank
of a
you.
blood cult. Not that interesting, I see.
It doesn't go well with in the parties.
Yes. Alright, anyone else? Birdman,
No, I just got back from being on the toilet.
you don't want anything from the Plane of Fire, Birdman?
What can I get from the Plane of Fire?
Literally
Can I get fire?
any. What state of matter would you like the fire in?
Is there a state in matter which I can have fire-styled balls that I could just sort of chuck? Is that a thing? Can I essentially get a fire flask?
Yeah.
Berlin reaches into his bag and he pulls out a sparker. So he literally has this clay urn. And he just puts that in your hand. I make those.
You see me get happier than I should get. I'm a pyromaniac in real life, so
I can teach you how to
this
make
is making
these.
me really happy.
And I think they have the materials
Good.
for them in the village, so I'll show you how to make these, don't worry.
Bombs from above.
Yes. That's basically an oil flask that ignites itself.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's literally
So it's just oil?
Yeah, it's literally the
Okay.
oil flask from, I think it's the player's handbook, and an alchemist fire. And what you do is you just separate the alchemist fire into a bunch of smaller doses and put it in the jar with the oil. So when the flask breaks, the alchemist fire touches oxygen and ignites the oil. It's literally just it's super simple.
Okay, so I have a fire flask essentially now.
Look, this is what I've given you. He handed you this. I just rolled its attack, and it has its description.
Okay.
Yeah, he gave you 1. He can teach you how to make them, though. They're actually really simple. Do you own any alchemist supplies?
I do not.
All right. I might need to. Then you might need me to do it for you, or you can see a local alchemist.
Alrighty.
Where the fuck? Oh, there we go. I have 14 left.
I'll probably just buy some alchemist tools and.
I know how to
figure it
make
out.
black powder as well.
Ooh,
Yes. I believe Miss Calistan,
You're
the
very
tiefling with the
clever
party.
man.
Yes, I am. Very talented. I'm so humble, too. I believe Miss Calistan.
actually.
Hmm.
Continue.
I was going to say, I believe she developed nitroglycerin, so you could speak to her about that if you see her again. As you were saying, Colin?
Wait, hold on. She developed what?
It is a chemical compound that very violently combusts with very little initial energy.
I know what it is. How do you develop that in
Uh,
D&D?
Well, alchemist supplies, also known as chemistry, also known as learning how to make chemicals.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Yeah, alchemy is not what you saw. Is not just what you saw in Full Metal Alchemist. Alchemy is actually, a hermetical practice that people use. Like the Greeks actually had some, like alchemist fire in D&D is actually based off of a substance in actual history called Greek fire. That we don't know how the fuck they made it, but it was literally some slop they had sealed in urns, and when they threw it, it reacted with the oxygen and ignited, and it was sticky. It was like napalm. We don't know how they made it.
He really wanted to focus on weapons, and then she found out.
Yeah. So alchemy has always been, it was early chemistry. That's what it is. Like, it's just what we used to call chemistry, and when people thought there was, like, more mystical stuff involved, it evolved into chemistry. Yeah, so...
But...
Yeah, you now know what alchemist supplies are. Go on.
Either get me like 3 rings of at most 500 gold each, in a glass box, or maybe a crystallized skull of a monster.
Alright, so give me 1,500 gold.
Okay. Can I transfer that to your bank? Do you have a bank?
I need the money.
I can write you a check.
Colin, I'm going to the
Alright.
plane of fire in like an hour. I'm running
gives
to
you
the store.
I give you 145 on platinum.
So 1,450 gold?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll see what I can get you with this. Anyone else? One moment. Where is Payday? I'm gonna send her a message for next time.
Preferably the crystallized skull, though.
There we go.
And ask where it came from and what it was.
If you're lucky, I'll do that.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? Anything else? Isha? Stabby? A guy with Goliath wife? You guys? Anyone? Sunscale? City of Brass?
I didn't know you were. I didn't know you had met up with him. Okay.
I had assumed he like brought this up during a meeting.
Okay, I thought you guys were still like outside the village.
No,
after the meeting with Aircase.
No, this is
Before.
like rewinding to the time before then.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, because
right,
you
right,
jumped
right.
us 3 days into the future without me knowing.
Fair enough.
Yes.
So yes. Sorry, give me a second.
Okay.
Yeah, the Mr. Fighter Man will ask if you can pick him up any like interesting long swords if you find them. He will. Let's see. He has gold, but he doesn't know how much to give you because he doesn't know what's on offer.
Just give me as much as you're willing to spend, and I'll give you change.
Alright. Yeah, so he will give you a lovely 5,000 gold.
Alright.
Sunscale will ask for any belts of monk kind. I don't remember what they're called.
Monk kind. I give him a belt of frost giant
Monk
strength.
kind.
There you go, friend. 23
I
strength.
mean that's pretty good.
Yeah, that does in fact increase his to hit and damage considerably.
Shiv will say if there's a dagger made of necro steel, that to pick him up one of those.
At this point, Berlin's writing everyone's orders down. Right. Isha?
Aisha will each night, but won't talk to the about the book burners thing to not make anyone aware that he remembers. That's fair. Isha will ask you to grab some. Sorry, I'm just looking at some stuff. We'll ask you for bodies, if you can get them.
Mm-hmm. Bodies.
Preferably skeletons.
What the fuck?
I'm not sure if they'll have them in the City of Brass, but I can try. If anything, I'm going to have to go back to Yggdrasil either way.
Find them in the streets, boy.
No, I can't. I'll see what they have.
Sorry, give me a second. Yes. And she will ask if you can grab as many health potions as you can.
Right.
And she will, the higher grade the better.
Right.
And she will also give you 5,000 gold.
Got it. Alright.
As of right now, that will be... Oh!
So, okay, you all hand your gold to Berlin, and then he disappears in a mist with the swag bag of all your stuff. You never see him again. No.
Damn.
He's still richer than all of you combined, I think. Except Awen. Awen's still as rich as Berlin.
Holy shit, there's a ring of fire resistance. I probably should get that.
Probably.
Not right now.
Is there anything, if we're talking about fire here, is there anything that would allow me to put fire on my sword without, is there like a flask of oil I can get?
Your flames
Going along with the...
I actually
You
happen
get a
to
flame
be
I
tongue.
can get a flame tongue, but I don't know how expensive a flame tongue is.
about 5,000 gold.
Oh,
But also,
fuck.
yeah, very expensive, and I don't know if I can even. Because a flame tongue's considered.
A rare item.
No, you can get them in any way, can't you?
Mm-hmm.
Like you can get them as a long sword, short sword,
Yep.
great sword, whatever.
Any sword. Any
Okay,
weapon,
so
I
never
think,
mind.
actually.
It's just the price and also finding one.
Finding one will be no issue in the fucking City of Brass and the fucking Plane of Fire. Go to the Plane of Fire. I want a sword that catches on fire when I speak the command word. Oh yeah, here you go. 5,000 gold. I got like 30
I'll
of
be
them.
looking for one of those, maybe.
Like, you go to a smith, they have 30 of them on the shelf. Like, the City of Brass is a planar hub of trade. Like, think like, you know, a Middle Eastern bazaar, where there's just the carts of people hawking stuff, except in one cart there's a guy selling bread, and the next cart there's a guy selling AK-47s.
Jesus.
And then the cart next to that is a guy who's just got, like, you know, a deck of many things, 4 flame tongues, 97 sets of shift weave. Just deranged. The place is deranged. It's a very frequent spot for adventurers in D&D.
So, yeah, I'll probably try to get a flame tongue then. I guess that's it.
Okay. Yeah, you're also throwing the 5. Like, everyone make note of the gold you give Berlin yourselves, because I only have so much room on my sheet right now. So 1450 from Colin. Do you
I
have?
got it.
Does Skyreaper have like 5,000 gold?
I do have enough gold for it. It's just the fact of like, God, that's expensive.
Well, it probably won't be all spent, is the thing. That's like freaky assuming 5,000-ish gold, because William hasn't said anything.
It's
Yeah,
roughly around that much.
I'll have less than 1,000 gold, so I don't think I will. I think I'll skip one.
But then again, that is how much it is, like on this plane where it's much more rare.
Yeah.
So could be, it's probably less on the plane of fire.
Yeah.
Don't know until you
don't
know until you ask.
Could you just check for me for now?
I can.
And that's it. I won't.
Well, give me your
Okay.
Give me the budget you have, and I'll see what I can do for you.
I'm gonna 4,000 because I want to have a little bit left.
All right, I might be able to pull that. Write that down on your own sheet.
What'd you say?
Write that down that you have Berlin holding on to 4,000 of your gold on your own sheet, because my sheet is a fucking mess of notes and shit, and it will get lost.
I will put it.
Like, Berlin's sheet is fat. If we were playing, like, actual pen and paper, he would have a character packet. It'd be like a 4 or 5 page character sheet.
I put it in there.
Okay. So, Berlin will activate his Sigil of Mists. He will cross into the Border Ethereal. From there, he will cross into the Deep Ethereal. He will then begin concentrating on a curtain of vaporous color that will lead to Yggdrasil, the World Tree. From there, he will make his way up Yggdrasil to meet up, hopefully, with the guide from last time. If not, he'll at least tell them what branch he's going to. It'll probably take him a few hours, because he can fucking fly, so he doesn't actually have to climb. He'll make his way to his branch. From there, he'll make his way into the Plane of Fire, which will then drop him at the City of Brass. And he will begin his shopping. Berlin is going to, at first, look for everything everyone ordered, In the event that a flame tongue within Solo's price range cannot be found, he will see if he can find something along the lines of what weapon did Skyreetha ask for? Do you want a rapier? Do you want a short sword?
A short sword
glaive?
would be preferable.
Okay.
Because I don't want to weigh myself down too much with a long sword, even though long swords are my preferred weapon in any game.
Yeah.
I'll go for a short sword.
So, if he can't find that, he'll look for a short sword that does like an additional d6 or d4 or whatever, just any additional fire damage. Short
That
sword.
works for me.
If it cannot be done in this price range. The rings. Berlin will try to find rings that cost basically exactly the maximum amount that Colin asked for.
You can easily do that, yeah.
Yeah, he will try and get the bodies for Isha. Don't know how he's gonna pull that off.
I prefer the skull.
Let me read Greater. Go ahead.
Like, unless the skull isn't available, then the rings.
Yeah. He'll also, the crystal skull. You're right. I should be looking for the crystal skull, shouldn't I? He's gonna look for a skull made out of never-melting ice that bleeds shimmer mist from the realm of the teal spirit, so that Colin's hands freeze off and die. No. Anyway, So yeah, he will try and find the rings and or skull. He's just gonna do everyone's shopping list and see what he can find.
Yeah.
Basically.
Crystallized skull.
Yeah. He's sticking to the list. He's not gonna fuck with anyone. Basically just tell me what I can and can't find and what gold I'm returning to Barney and Ghost, because everything else is basically NPC window dressing flavor.
Yeah.
And I'll try to talk him down on the price, because if you don't haggle in the City of Brass, you are going to get fleeced.
Yeah. Roll persuasion checks. I'm gonna say roll 3 persuasion checks. You already have the one guy working for you. You have,
Pretty good.
you say you're able to find several different crystal skulls of several different types of creatures. What any particular kind of crystal skull you're looking for, or?
Well, we got primates.
Yeah, there
He did
is
request for
like
creature. He didn't specify what.
Yeah.
Oh no! He
Yeah.
said monsters. I believe.
Yeah.
I forgot. You just get one.
What we got in primates?
There's a few like human skulls. There's some silverback skulls. There's a couple of capuchins. There's a yeti skull there as well. Like a couple of giant apes. A bit limited on the stock of those, but yeah, that's roughly it.
And these are all skulls carved from crystal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of them are probably skulls made of crystal, but
That will also count. Oh my god, it's crystal bones from celestial monkeys. Berlin, he's going up and down the shelves, and then something catches his eye. It's sort of a stand, an upside-down T-shaped stand, and out of the top of the
where's the user?
Oh! And then out of the central rod of the stand comes like a bunch of like woven metal cable, and on the end of each woven metal cable is a small monkey skull made of crystal. He sees this.
Yes.
It's a bouquet of crystal monkey skulls. And he knows he must buy it. It calls to him. So Berlin is going to blow all of Colin's money on a bouquet of crystal monkey skulls.
What the fuck?
or basically how much this bouquet of crystal monkey skulls costs, but I assume, for the sake of silly narrative, it costs 1,449 gold and 99 copper. That of which I give to the shopkeep as a tip.
Okay.
But yes, after Berlin's like got everything, he's actually gonna try and talk everything down and just how much of Colin's money do I save by trying to talk him down with the he'll actually. Okay, one moment. I'm looking away from the rolls. He would start with his own order, get that out of the way. Then he's gonna go to the weapon shop because he's already at the smith. And then the rings and everything. So, yeah. So weapon shop, crystal skulls, and then... Fuck, I forgot what Dude Bro's order was. The Goliath wife guy's order.
That's fine.
Yeah, just that, and then Isha's dead bodies. And he's gonna get all that in order. Just look at this huge pile of fucking fuckery. And then just kind of sigh. And start loading what he can. Actually, it's actually not that much. So yeah, he basically loads it into the bag of holding. He gets moving. So he casts Etherealness again. This time he's just going to go directly to the material plane because he doesn't have to worry about appearing in a fucking lake of fire. And basically the next day, Berlin will return right around like 2 hours after breakfast. And just fucking dump the shit on you guys.
Alright. Sounds good. Question. How much... I forget. How much gold did Ghost give you?
1,450. And I've got 5,000 from Saipita. I got change.
Yes. Let's see. So... Did Ghost want rings of particular value, or just rings?
Oh no, he got the bouquet
Minimum
of
of
monkey.
500.
He got the bouquet of monkey skulls.
Yeah.
That's all he got.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Berlin will also buy 3 1,000 GP diamonds if he can for resurrections.
Oh, he can very easily do that. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Okay,
Oh,
there we
God.
go. And he gets all that and all that shit.
I was. Does the crystal skull need to be of a particular value, or just a crystal skull?
Berlin buys a bouquet of crystal... It's like an art piece, fancy bouquet of crystal monkey skulls hanging on, like, special metal wire on, like, this fancy-ass stand. It costs exactly 1,449 gold pieces and 99 copper.
Fuck you.
That was the price tag. But Berlin...
and you said you did yours first, then the weapon store, then Ghost.
So the 28 is Ghosts. Because Isha's bodies
the
and
16
stuff
would
with
be...
the 16, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, 28, I'd say you'd be able to get it for about 800 gold.
Damn, okay.
As for the weapon, you are able to find a flame tongue longsword, but you are also able to find a flame quartz longsword. Oh wait, no, it wasn't long. Was it Rapier said he wanted? I forget. I'm sorry.
He wants a short sword.
A short sword. And
Short
what is it? A
sword.
flame quartz?
Oh, we'll get there.
Is it-
Yes,
you say?
flame quartz.
So that'll be a short
What is
sword.
that?
It does fire damage.
Oh my god.
It is a
Uh,
homebrew material in this setting. That it is one of the elemental materials. Basically, it is the concept of fire made solid, and it is somewhat rare, but probably somewhat common in the fire plane.
It's probably
But it's
immense.
basically yeah. But basically, it is like I said, it is basically just fire made into quartz. It is infinite heat, infinite fire, uh, and if you make a weapon out of it, it converts all damage done with that weapon into fire. So, like a rogue sneak attack is all fire damage. The normal damage you would do instead of slashing or bludgeoning would be fire damage. A paladin's smite would be turned from radiant into fire damage.
Which is useful. Berlin's going to go for just the Flame Tongue because the Flying Quartz Sword runs into the issue of, an enemy that is immune to fire. My sword now does 0 damage instead of a d6.
Fair enough.
So,
It sounds like a fine decision. I
Yes.
would like to explore what fire quartz is. I'm gonna be honest. It sounds intriguing.
we blew
There
up
are
the internet
the-
with it.
There are a bunch of other materials. There's heartstone, there's arctic cobalt, there's lightning stone, there's saint steel, there's necro silver.
Yeah.
under magic items and under crafting materials, Solo. In your
Yeah.
journal.
Okay.
It's also sky amber.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I will say with an 18 you're able to get this flame tongue short sword for about 1,700 gold.
Okay. So, that's 3 to 2,400? Or no, 2,300. Yeah, so you get 2,300 gold back from Berlin. Colon, you get 650 gold back from Berlin.
You get how much? How much?
2,300.
back?
You get 2,300.
Okay.
What the fuck is this?
It's a beautiful work of art. It is it's literally the crystal monkey skulls. They have the jaws attached. He shakes it up and down. The jaws all clatter, and the whole thing jingles. It's like this beautiful silver centerpiece, almost like a candlestick kind of, or a candelabra kind of deal. It's got the branching
Yeah.
things.
I'm
It's
thinking
intricately
about
carved and twisted.
like a ring of prayer beads, but it's crystal monkey skulls.
Ooh, that's tempting. That might actually be it. Actually, yeah, that fits really well. So it is a stupidly huge ring of prayer beads. He's wearing it when he comes back, and it's got crystal monkey skulls instead of beads.
I'm just imagining Avdol with skulls instead of fucking.
That is precisely what it is.
Is this made
Anyway.
of real skulls?
I
Or
be-
no?
I believe by the lack of tool marks, these are in fact the bones of celestial monkeys. Probably from
Oh,
Elysium.
celestial.
Most likely.
Ah. What are they?
They are monkeys native to the celestial plane of Elysium. Their bones are made of crystal.
Okay, that's good enough. Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Here's your change.
Ah. Okay.
You get 650 gold change.
Yeah.
Yeah, Skyreaper, you
Actually,
get your short sword. That is probably... It's probably a... almost like a Roman gladius. But the blade actually is like a pearlescent orange on silver metal.
All right.
Yeah. Enjoy that.
I will.
Yes. It appears a
Does
little big for your hand. Probably made for a salamander, not you, but you know. Here we are.
yeah, it's whatever.
Handle's a little long. Could probably almost use as a
It's the way I
baton sword.
like it.
Yeah. Perfect for sticking up your ass. What is
Hang
what is the deal with the dead bodies for Isha?
I'm sorry?
The dead bodies for Isha and like the other NPC items, because I rolled 16 for theirs.
Yeah, you're able to get them and
And the potions
probably
and whatnot.
yeah, you're able to get them.
Got it.
I'll just say that.
I assume that was that last one for theirs is just to see if I can get how much of everything I could get. So yeah, and then Berlin just hands the giant fucking sack of potions and everything, and then comes the. I guess he can technically carry a rickshaw full of corpses for like a second, which is all you'd need to do to get the spell off. Like, this deranged fucking tactic of I lift the fucking, brain, turn on, I need you. Yes, bodies, has them, let's go.
Yes.
Yes. Aurora Borealis. Berlin will get back and, yeah. Alright. I've done the shopping for all of you. I hope you're happy with your purchases, because I'm not doing it again for a while without payment. I will
Thank
be...
you, Berlin.
Yes. I will
I
be
need
going...
to learn that spell.
It is etherealness. It's one of the most powerful spells I can cast. I will be going back in about 3 days in order to actually pick up my order, because it was not ready and I was hiring another Azer. My god, I've lost my train of thought. Oh, the sparkers. You said you were hoping for some sort of oil or something you could add to your sword to make it light on fire. You don't really need that anymore, but that is something I am working on. Maybe it will work with it. I don't know. I haven't really formulated it yet. But the sparkers are fairly simple. You basically need to get some alchemist fire and a standard oil flask. You're going to need to get the liquid alchemist fire inside of a vacuum with the oil from your flasks. And then you're going to need to... Well, it doesn't need to be in a vacuum, it just needs to be in a non-oxygen gas that is not flammable. Carbon dioxide works very well, in my opinion. So you have that, and you basically mix them together in that, and then you add it to a container that you then seal. In this case, I've used bisque urns.
So give me a second.
Yes. Do not open the flask unless you want it to burst into flame in your hand. Alchemist fires run you about, I think it was 25 gold, and the oil you can get 10 for a gold. They're fairly cheap to make sparkers, you just have to be careful or you'll blow yourself up. Well, not blow yourself up so much as light yourself on fire. Not fun either way.
Ooh.
Yes.
Did you ask? Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. Did you ask the guy where he got the like how he got these skulls from?
I believe they're from the Beastlands. He didn't say where.
I mean, how did he get it? Did he, was there a story behind it?
He bought it from a man who had come from the Beastlands, who had received it from somewhere.
Ah, that's good enough this way.
Yes. Colon. Berlin's gonna reach into his pack and pull out one of the low quality blood shards that he used to cast his funny spell. Do you know what this is? He's holding literally a shard of deep red crystal.
A ruby.
Wrong. This is a modified magical scrap of diamond, technically, that bears the ichor of the Red God. This is a blood shard. It's very simple. It's the exact same material, in fact, of this stone that I actually use. These are completely unique. No one else knows how to make them. They do not come from anywhere else. I'm even the only person back home who can make them. Well, people could make things like them, but these in particular are something that only I have ever made. I engineered these, I pioneered them. I could make you a ring with one of these.
Mm-hmm.
Or something.
I could have the raw form itself. It makes it more, fresh and, we got this, from the actual.
Well.
A ring of the ichor of a blood god is less believable in the common eyes.
I see. Well, luckily... Well,
That's
unluckily.
why they're common.
Exactly. Unluckily, I have 3 of these on me right now, and they're not exactly easy to make. Basically, it would take... What is it? 40... I would have to kill 10 people to fill this shard. Now, I like to measure it that way to mess with you, of course, but my point is... Would you like one filled or empty?
Does it look noticeably different?
The one he's carrying appears to actually have there's a slight brilliance to it, right in the center. It's got that sort of traditional diamond shape where it's fat in the middle and then tapers it sharp, and it tapers off at the ends. And in the center there's a sliver where it is just much more brilliantly red. And the actual gem you see Berlin use, it's perfectly oval shaped. It has no cuts or nicks, or there's nothing missing out of it. And he's always had this with, never mind. But it's a complete oval, and this thing shines as beautifully as his eyes. This thing is a very bright, vibrant red. The shard he's showing you looks very dull, except for right in the very center, where it has when the light hits it, it almost glows. One I would make...
what's the shard? Is that filled?
This one is filled. Ones that are not filled would be completely dull. It would just be a red shard of stone. Well, of diamond of sorts. It would cost extra.
If someone were to, with a jeweler's, if a jeweler would look under his, glasses, or whatever it's called, would it be minerals, or would it be noticeably different?
Chemically, this is diamond. I convert diamond powder into these.
What about magic? Someone with detection of magic? Or
If
with
somebody
sense?
analyzed it magically, they would realize that this crystal is a living thing. It is a pseudo-life form, sort of. It's a construct. It does contain positive energy. It has some
They're cutting.
transmutative properties. It would technically have
You're
some...
cutting.
Oh, hello, words, secret...
No, it's just like William when he was, explaining air keys.
to secrets, then? Hello? Yes? Words?
I'm sorry. Hello. Hello.
Do we
Hello?
secrets?
Yeah, it's
Sicarinos, fuckarinos.
drag Solo's ass in here right
Yes, drag
now.
him in, William. Move him to secrets.
There you
go. Chemically, this is diamond. If you looked at it magically, you would see that it is technically a living thing. It is a construct of sorts. It bears transmutation, some aspects of necromancy because it does manipulate life energy. And it would also carry evocation due to its containing positive energy. It also acts as... Well, the transmutation effect is part of the conversion effect that I use to perform, well, my magics with it. Basically, I've mimicked the processes of my own body with this. This is a little me, more or less. Because usually I could only store and alter the life energies within my own body. I would have to bleed myself, then leech the life from someone else to regenerate myself and do it again, and create the spells within myself. But with these, I can use these as facsimiles.
By blood of the Acre of the Blood God, you say?
Ichor of the Red God.
Is that literal?
So Berlin is going to, he's gonna rifle around into his mess kit. He's gonna pull out the cup, like the little mug, and he's going to actually hold the gem over it. He's going to concentrate for a moment, and the gem's going to start glowing red, and then sort of sweating out of the gem. These little beads of bright red, almost liquid light start to form and then pour out of the gem into the cup. And this happens, the gem starts becoming dimmer and dimmer and dimmer, and it actually lit up before the start happening, and now the light is fading and fading and fading until it is empty and the gem is completely dark. And in the cup is this basically liquid bright red light. This is the Ichor of the Red God.
Can I do that once I have this?
No.
Okay.
And then Berlin drops the gem back into it and concentrates for a minute. Not a full minute, but as an action causes the gem to reabsorb the liquid. And takes the gem back out. That is the actual liquid positive energy that is contained within the gem. It converted the blood into it.
What's the price?
For this? Like I said, I only have 3 of them on me now, and filling them it requires 40 points of HP to fill is quite a painful experience.
What about the empty ones?
The empty
ones. Continue.
I would say, when I'm reading my unfeeling vessel sheet to see how much it fucking costs to make this in the first place. For the blood shard, I need that and that.
I swear after this we teleport. But
200 gold for an empty one, 400 for a filled.
Really?
Really.
400, but when I show it to someone, you do that trick again.
It's not a trick,
If
but
possible.
yeah, I can.
Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah, 400.
Yes. Well, we'll have to discuss that later, because like I said, I have 3 of these right now, and these are the ones I use to work some of my magic, so... These are my
Yeah.
these are material components for a spell, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. Just, yeah, later.
Yes. Alright. Is everyone ready? Do we have everything we need? Is everyone where they need to be?
Let's see, how many people can you... Oh, 8 willing creatures. But, just us then.
Alright, so...
Alright.
Do keep in mind, I can fly myself, and no one else. Maybe one other person in an emergency. Sky Reaper
I can also fly myself.
Well, actually, it occurs to me. Can you transport Massive Hog with us?
Are you asking me or
I'm asking you, yeah.
Colin or...
He's asking Colin.
Okay.
Hello, Colin.
Yes.
Can you transport Massive Hog with us?
I thought you wanted Sky Ripper to grab him with his talons, but okay.
No. Sky Ripper's talons would break clean off. Merlin's hog is too massive.
If we can all fit in a 10-foot cube.
Looks at Massive Hog. Just barely. Well, in that case, 3 of us could ride on Massive Hog, so that would be myself and 2 others. And I can lift Massive Hog.
The point is, yeah, I think we can. It's a 10-foot cube, so yeah.
No, the problem is, like, we need to... Are we appearing in the middle of the air, or do you want to... Oh, sorry, here, we're going... Okay. But we're going to need to appear in the middle of the air, because we're going to be teleporting to a space nearby to the Golthias tree, which is where the height of its forces are going to be. We'll be attacked immediately. Unless we are very high in the sky. This was where my ethereal tactic would have worked well, because I could have spied basically anywhere on it I wished, more or less untroubled from the ethereal plane. And would you be able to get us back quickly?
What, me?
Yes.
I only have 1 teleport.
Then why did you ever... Alright.
I have teleportation circle, but it would cost me... It would make cast, 1 minute. It doesn't have.
Colon, if we teleport there, and we see the tree, how do we get back?
Can we... If we can't get back, I guess we fight, right?
Yes. And are we going there to fight the tree right now? We can. If we're teleporting there, that might be a viable option if we can be sure that the horde isn't arriving tonight.
That's why I was asking for augury, because I thought we were gonna fight it right now.
Oh, no. No.
Yeah.
Oh, so what? Where's my... There we are.
So, if we do go and fight it, we can just escape pretty quickly. I'm considering, I'm guessing most of us.
Well, are we fighting it or are we scouting?
I off table. I vote fuck it. We ball.
I mean, there's technically no reason not to if we're just gonna destroy it and dig up the roots, but... Will the blights all die when the tree dies is the question. Or do we have to kill them off and they just can't make more?
Didn't we get an answer to that?
So, are they like a little hive mind?
You have not gotten an answer to that, no.
Yeah. Does Berlin know?
Uh,
There's like 20-something last time.
I will say that he probably has experience with the last one. How did they deal with the last one? Did they burn it down? Like, what did they do? Cut it down?
I think... Let's see, I'm trying... So it was that party. They did deal with the little raven folk. Like we did. I know they killed it. One moment. I'm like trying to find my notes. Where's the... No. That's not it. Was it in Duran's? Duran, get over here, you son of a bitch.
So many plane crystal bowl shifting.
No, it was not in Berlin's. Was it in... Nope. Berlin Melger's notes. Aha! Okay, so it was him, Courtesy, Mr. Kret, Sprocket, and Duran. Well... I suppose we're trying to think who would have gotten the kill and how. I think it would have been Mr. Kret. Actually, yeah, no, it would have been Mr. Kret using the signature move. Well, while the rest of us fought off the blights, I believe Kret, the half-elf, he used a sickening radiance on the tree, burned it with radiant light, and sapped its energy away. There wasn't much left of it after that. Well, there were bleached remains, but it was almost like ash or charcoal. What happened after the tree died?
Alright, yeah, you would remember that as, like, the tree was quote-unquote killed, that
Sickening radiance, my beloved.
That, yeah, the rest of them were still active.
After we killed the tree, they were still trying to kill us. We had to clear the area and then flee. There could have been another tree, though, for all I know.
Acting out of instinct? Then the 1,000, what the fuck was that?
Possibly upward of 2,000 or more.
Yeah, the thousands of tree blights are just gonna... What?
Yes, they would roam free and just try to kill things. They're still aggressive and territorial. We would have to hunt them down. Get teams of people to hunt them down. I doubt the local wildlife can handle it. It would prevent them from spreading further, though.
I was gonna say, okay, start a controlled fire, but no.
I mean, something we could do. They will seek blood. They will always seek blood. We find a pit, a large hole. Like Miss Aylin said, the quarry was something of that nature. I'll do what I did back on the Isle. I'll create a maelstrom of blood and fill it. It'll become a large basin. It should draw them in. From there, we I mean, us or another extermination team will basically watch the line and clear them out as they approach, using it as bait.
Are we gonna dig this hole manually?
We don't have to. We could find a hole.
It's just confusing now.
How about we cross that bridge when we come to it? For now, are we going to fight the tree now, or deal with the 100 that are coming? And hope that we clear it and get back before then.
Dealing with the 100 is probably for the best for right now.
I think so. And we need to make sure we kill the
Yeah.
Dryad as well. I don't trust her not to become another one.
Yeah.
Man, the reason why I was gonna, suggest this attack the tree, I thought, the hive mind would stop. Never mind.
Yeah, sadly not.
That doesn't do anything.
Yeah, defense, I guess. Shit's fucked.
Yep. Goliath trees,
But-
man. Campaigns are built around these things.
I mean, the whole extermination of the 2,000 is really not our job.
2,000 at least.
Yeah, at least. But out of the I don't know if that's the right word, but out of the moral obligation that these people might die, we defend the city and defend the village, and then attack the Goliath tree to do what we're here for, and then go home.
Do note that it's not just this village. There are other villages nearby. It would basically lead to Disney losing this entire mountain range.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
it would be a political...
really
Yes, it would be a disaster.
not savable. Yes.
What I'm saying is, we can get the Disney government to back us on that. We don't have to do it. They have armies.
I think my vacation might be over by then.
Not really, we just
We
go
just
to the
we can
nearest...
just inform it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
My point is,
But anything other,
we deal with the tree.
anything more,
Go on.
anything more, I can't.
Right. We deal with the tree. That will stop more from producing. From there, we start informing people and seeing what efforts to clear the infestation can be made. It does not need to be us.
No.
Besides,
Kill that lich though.
we should. It may be offering to help with the cult, but something tells me that would be exchanging one problem for another. I'm fairly certain it's already planned around a way to become more powerful than whatever we can throw at the cult before we deal with them.
I certainly don't agree with Eric's plan either.
Yes.
He's like holding his face with both hands.
Got like the middle fingers like on the brows, the pointer fingers on the temples, the other two fingers up, the thumbs on like the jaw, just the stress pose.
Yeah, toe on his ass. No.
Yeah. But
Alright, defense.
Alright. Then, we need to figure out what we are doing about Well, the fact that I might drench the entire area in blood and draw more of them in, and the fact that you might burn down the village. Basically, we need to figure out a way to do this without you or me being relied on for mass destruction.
Can we like make a circle around the village of like dry or like barren patches?
You would want barren, not dry, but we could perhaps utilize a spell to churn the earth and make it all dirt.
Yeah, I don't know.
There could be other ways to wet it as well. These are farmers, they understand irrigation. But I don't think they would have a way to make a ring around the village. Another issue is the blights will keep attacking even while on fire, so let's say we do burn a large amount of them, but then the, thorn blights start firing their wooden burning pikes at the village and lighting these thatch roofs ablaze. It's a very standard tactic in raids, firing flaming arrows. If we could cause it to rain beforehand, soak everything, that would prevent some of the spread, but sadly the only rain I can make will salt their crops and ruin their lives.
Yeah, the blight's corpse also has blood in them.
That will be less of an issue. It wouldn't be anywhere near the amount of pollution.
Is it just the blood maelstrom that does that amount of pollution?
No. I actually have something that can make it much worse. I could have killed large swaths of that jungle.
Okay. I could also do that. No,
Yes.
he doesn't say that.
Yes, Colin. Welcome to the burden of sorceress power. You may destroy the very world that birthed you. Don't do it.
I know. But in all honesty, I don't think there is really anything we can do except for the methods I mentioned with your blood magic. Other than you being more careful about it,
I think we may need to rely on the others. If there's anyone who has something that won't salt the earth or burn everything down. Like I said, Mr. Kret, in that very story, he had a spell that created a sickening green light that tore the energy from the Gothias tree, the very life from it, and also burnt it, bleached it in radiance. Something like that would be perfect.
Alright. From the 3 days of preparation, what are the conditions of the combatants and what can they do?
And can we churn up the earth and make that ring of dirt?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, at least make it where we have a safe area to fireball.
Yeah. Especially with the about 3 dozen skeletons that... Hang on.
Yeah.
Big boy
caster. Yeah, if somebody has, it's not called mold earth, it's called, there's like another like big digging spell
move
that's
earth.
Like a 60-foot,
Move earth, I think.
Yeah, move earth. There's that one. We could also use, like earth to mud, or stone to mud, or something like that, and basically just turn it all into mud, which would actually be very useful for us, because it'd be hard for the blights to move in and not burn.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Like, do the IG people have these capabilities?
Sorry, give me a second.
Guys, we need a Terramancer real bad. Where's Galeen? Just hello, tell me your
Geomancer,
story.
sorry, that's the proper name of it.
I need to get in the fucking game with Galeem again. I miss him so much.
Yeah.
It's not my kid, Dad.
He's
I need to
dead.
get in a game with Void and say, Void, play Galeem. I need him.
Depends on how many people can join for the other game. I could ask Void.
Actually, yeah, invite Void. I miss Void. Void made damn good characters.
Yeah, when he's not sleepy.
Yeah.
Dimitri was the embodiment of the sleep.
Dimitri was fun.
Yeah, he has war
War exhaustion.
war visions.
Yeah. His NAM flashbacks. He can't
I
sleep.
did a session with them this morning, and we were negotiating with an admiral, right? And we were talking about a federation, and then when we were asking to Dimitri, like, hey, do you have experience on this? And he was staring into the sunset, didn't even answer.
Damn, son, damn. But, anyway. So yeah, we create, the 30-foot area of mud, the 30-foot area, or just churned up dirt, whichever we can get. If we can find a way to make it rain, that would be useful. That could turn into mud for us.
That'd be better.
Yeah.
Is there a druid? That's a better question. I don't think there is.
Hang on.
Because, yeah, Berlin's going to have to go very minimal, or else he's going to attract more blights to the village.
Hey, it saves my firestorm spell slot.
Yeah.
I want to use this.
It's all of my big spells make a mess. Berlin's a messy bitch.
Yeah. Colin should be in the front lines of, well, not front lines, but
Okay.
he's a war caster. Oh,
So, if I'm doing the math correct, as a 12th level necromancer wizard, if she uses
damn.
all of her spell slots, she can make up to 79 skeletons.
We don't have 79 bodies.
Nope. Which yeah, so I'm gonna say she has 36 skeletons.
The good news is, as a level 12 necromancer, Isha's probably got some useful fucking spells.
Yeah.
So,
She does actually have create. I believe wizards get create water. Do they?
no, they do
No.
not. She might, no. So the problem is, normally with these spells, all of the water spells, because 5th edition fucking hates fun, the water, despawns after the spell ends. It's like, tidal wave, it creates the water, and then it all disappears. I think Tsunami is one of the only ones that lets it stay.
I usually, when I cast a tidal wave.
Create or destroy water.
That one stays.
You create up to 10 gallons of clean water within range in an open container. Alternatively, the water falls as rain in a 30-foot cube within range, exhausting exposed flames in the area. It does not say it disappears.
No, not create water. Create water specifically stays. I'm talking about ones like Tidal Wave and Maelstrom.
We could get a decanter of endless water.
Create or destroy water. Create or destroy water is a druid spell, and a dawn is a druid.
Hey! So 10 gallons at a time, so it's gonna take basically all of his spell slots.
Let's see. And for every spell slot above, you create or destroy 10 more gallons.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's pretty good. So yeah, it'll probably take all of his spell slots to get the full ring, but he can probably do it himself.
probably only need like either the east or the north gate, considering that's the only place they seem to enter in.
True. But I wouldn't want to trust it on just that assumption. We'd need a scouting party to see if they're coming and which way they're coming from.
That's fair.
Because what if we prepare that entire gate and then they come from the opposite direction, and our only defenses are on that side?
Let's see.
Listen, I've learned this lesson the hard way already. I ain't doing it again. Lost too many monolith boys to that shit.
Let's see.
Fucking ecologists.
So the first group with Isha, Anera, Arnold, and Shiver, they are level 12. Sunscale, Samantha, Adon, and Volmon are level 8.
Okay. So basically, we're going to have a ranged crew doing what they can against everything that's trying to come in. Funny enough, maybe we could dig some pits, like some smaller pit. No, Berlin doesn't really have anything small enough to fill the pit without making a huge mess. I was thinking like we can make bait pits that they might go to. Or we can probably get rid of one, like, Crimson Tide's worth of blood, I think. Like, we can burn that with your Firestorm or something and denature it. So, Berlin could cast one Crimson Tide, and create the big fucking mess and also kill a bunch of the things. And then they should all be drawn to that area of blood. So what we do is we actually dig like a low trench sort of thing. Not a trench, just an area of it that's lower, where it's actually a dip, almost like a very big shallow bowl. And he can cast it into that, hitting everything that happens to be walking in that area, and then it should gather in there. And that area will just so happen to fit a firestorm. How's that sound?
Adon does have mold earth.
Perfect.
Baller.
So yeah,
Can we cover that area with like anti-water sheets?
What?
Anti-water.
What?
Anti-water?
It ain't water, buddy.
I'm sorry. Ghost, do you want to
Water is
try that
Minecraft
again?
sponge.
You mean...
Uh,
okay,
the
so you
equivalent of
waterproof sheets. Okay.
yeah, waterproof.
I think not. We don't have that kind of preparation. I'm thinking more we just dig this big divot in the ground, and so when Berlin, drenches it in blood, it'll all gather there instead of spreading everywhere. Yeah.
I just had a thought.
Yeah.
He's an 8th level druid.
Yeah.
He has access to 4th level spells.
Yes.
He can speak with plants.
Yes, he can.
Oh god. What would they have to say?
Blood! Blood!
Blood for the blood god. Skulls for the skull.
Does she have the teleport through trees thing?
Stuff.
If she's a dryad, then probably.
No. What? The solar. Wait, yeah.
Solar
Dawn.
Store?
Not what the fuck?
Hey,
Dawn.
Sunscale.
Does
Oh, Dawn.
have
Teleport through
yeah,
plants, you mean?
Yeah.
Transport.
No.
No.
He does not have that high level of spell.
That's like 6th level.
I forgot what level it is.
Like
Yeah, never mind.
He is level 8.
That, although him, plant growth, while it would be incredibly useful,
It makes the blights bigger.
possibly. Also, we might run into the issue of, yes, congratulations, you've saved the village and done the plant growth. How the fuck do we get around now?
Here's a machete, fuckers. Have fun.
Good luck. But yeah,
It's so you son of a bitch.
I know, I dulled it. I specifically hit it with a rock hit a rock with it a few times.
Anyways,
I love that idea. I have a sharp machete, grinds it on a stone for a bit. There you go, now it's dull.
okay.
So yeah, the idea is, here, I'm gonna, like, draw what I'm thinking here. So we have the village, that will be this box. We're making a ring around the box of safe to burn things area. Goddamn, why did I do that like that? We're making like a ring around the box of safe to burn area. At one point in the ring, we're going to make a divot like this. And that area will basically be where we think most of it will come from. We should probably dig multiple divots, like one at each cardinal direction, just in case. Which luckily won't be difficult because we can just do that while we're digging.
I will remind you, the gates and the walls, they're basically like this.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about like we do this. Yeah, it has like partial walls. It makes choke points.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm talking about like in order to even approach the wall, because we want like our archers and stuff to get a really good crack at them. That's why we need like a full ring around. So while they go for the
cracking.
Yeah. So while they go for the choke points and while they go for, you know, the walls themselves or even approach, they're being slowed by all the mud and, you know, we get to shoot them more. Because there's going to be a lot of blights and we do not have very good archers. And those archers are also going to lose turns, like staying in cover now and again because there's going to be a constant barrage from the thorn blights. Like, we're going to have to build battlements.
They are skeletons. They don't have blood. So it's possible that the blights might ignore them.
You're right, they might. And that'll be useful. We should still have battlements for, you know, the people who are on there that do have blood.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay, so that'll be our initial thing, like, basically the trenches. Well, yeah, we could just dig the whole thing kind of deep like that, or like in a wavy pattern, either will work. Luckily, with the way that spell works, you, like, orientate the 5-foot cubes any way you fucking want, as long as you use the max amount of them, if I'm not mistaken. So we can do this no matter what, without it costing any extra. Yeah, we would do that, and one of these divots will be filled with blood after Berlin, you know, hits something. And that should draw them to that spot, which will then make it a lot easier for dear old Colin to get nuking, to get doing what he do best. Firestorm. And then we're going to have to trust in Skyripa and Awen and the monks and our militia forces to basically deal with anything big that breaks the line. And the archers will be picking off preferably the thorn blights. It's going to be archer on archer combat. Because goddamn, we need to get rid of those things. They are the problem.
Well, I got a question real quick about this plan.
Yeah.
I'm like purely close combat. You sure you want me in the back?
Yes, so basically you are holding the line. Like, all of our close combat people are holding the line, making sure that when the tree blight...
Nobody gets through.
Yeah, because here's what's going to happen. Even with all this mud, even with the AoEs going around, even with the archers, I expect tree blights to act as their, you know, their blitzkrieg troops. Not their blitzkrieg, their tank rush. And to just run it. No, blitzkrieg. Blitzkrieg is the planes, then the tanks. You're right. As their blitzkrieg.
No,
units.
Blitzkrieg was specifically tank.
Tank.
No, blitzkrieg was they actually did a bombing run with planes and then rolled the tanks in. That's what was special about it.
And also, that was very quick.
Yes. hence Blitzkrieg.
They made their tanks be able to get in there really fast.
Yeah. Anyway, they'll blitz us with their trees, and that's what you guys are here for, is to basically deal with their big giant fuck you troops that burst through our walls. You are
Are we doing this
Man
tonight?
Squad. We're doing this when they attack.
No. This will be next week.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to ask because then I'd have to tell these people, hey, give me a minute or two. There's a bunch of shit that is going on, so.
We will be ending the session soon.
Yeah.
Take your time, I'm enjoying myself. It's quite amusing just sitting here listening.
We never did finish the undead one shot. But
No.
also I'm gonna draw my diagram better. But so
Oh, that one. Yeah.
yeah.
God damn it. Yeah. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Colin's story, Fortune's story,
Oh yeah.
Moondrip. For more personal reasons. The Lich.
Yeah. It's
And of
it's
course the
all
elementals.
happening. So
What's the tone for this campaign?
the tone is political intrigue.
Amazing.
The Togue is B. Biner.
What? Oh. Yeah,
Let's see.
and the intrigue of the three blights are that they don't want people to live.
Yeah.
Yes. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that for now.
Oh.
We will end the session here.
Haha.
No.
Well, I got my diagram done, at least.
Yeah.
Like, the
So William
final
can make a
one.
map.
Hmm?
What the fuck is this place?
Well, player ass on offer, stand by, get fuck in Raccoon Matrix. We're going shopping. Server error, player sass found. I'm a monster.
Did
Raw,
we
raw,
write
raw.
this? I forget.
No, this is definitely.
No, the other group did.
Oh, okay. So they do like graffitiing also.
Yeah, I have the other group. There's one guy who I keep messing with. I keep making skill issue jokes with him. I made this one specifically for him.
Damn.
Skill issue.
Man, I did not
It's-
expect this much shopping and planning this session, but it happened.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, Solo, did you want to try and make sparkers for yourself?
Did I want to what?
Sparkers is what I call those firebombs. Sparkers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I added it to the to my inventory as best I could, but I would love to know how to make them. I would have to first get the materials and shit.
Yeah, you just need alchemist fire and oil flasks and a set of alchemist supplies and knowledge of how to use them. You might need to ask
Alrighty.
Berlin to make them for you.
Probably.
Yeah, because you're like,
Also,
carbon dioxide, what's that? How do I get that?
I know what nitric or whatever the fuck, damn it, what you said earlier, but I was like, how do you get that in D&D? Like,
Oh,
I've
nitro.
never heard of that.
Nitroglycerin.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, first,
Nitroglycerin.
you get alchemist supplies
Yeah.
proficiency. Then, you start experimenting with nitrates.
But I'm thinking about my character's appearance, and he was talking about the stalls, animal stalls,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking I could wear a fucking animal mask on my fucking head. Because I currently
What?
have no helmet. I could kill something and just wear its stall.
I mean, you're technically small enough, but it would be really ineffective and block. You could.
I could definitely could.
Yeah, it'd be horrible.
Not even.
uncomfortable.
It probably won't supply any armor, but
It'd be horribly uncomfortable. That's about most.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And smell bad.
Especially depending on the creature.
Mhm.
Especially depending on like the creature. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I'm just
Is
gonna
that what
start
you
cutting
were-
off
Oh,
and skinning creatures that we kill, and just taking their skulls and all their hide and stuff like that.
William, false Hydra check.
There's 3 of them.
No, no,
They have
never.
They bleed.
I do this in like every D&D game I play. Right? I like just taking the fucking skin of creatures.
Yeah.
okay. There were no signs. Did you do this in real life too?
Yes.
No.
So
Okay.
Not yet.
in
Okay.
in,
Yeah.
in the last Tomb of Annihilation game we played, I had a goblin ranger named Wretch. Everyone loves Wretch. Wretch. Hey, 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 hey. Did you hear that? Anyway. Wretch had this funny little thing in his inventory called the Jar of Horrors.
Oh god.
He dips his arrows in it. Now, Solo, what do you think is in the Jar of Horrors?
Poison, probably from a creature,
Technically.
or it's the creature's blood, which is
Technically.
poisonous.
Inside
What do you
of
mean
the
technically?
went on session 1, the first session, it was part of Wretch's starting equipment. Inside of the Jar of Horrors was rust filings, turkey blood, goblin feces, and what was the last thing? There was one more thing. Scrapings from an Otiug's teeth. That is what was in the jar at the time, at session 1. Part of what I did with Wretch is every time we encountered something absolutely grotesque and horrible and filthy, add it to the jar. He dips his arrows in this, Solo. If Wretch shoots you with his bow, yeah, you could pull the arrow out, but you can't pull out the defilement. I think we ruled it as having the diseased giant rat effect, but I never got to use it.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and it was gonna like become the Otiug effect at some point. Like, oof, it was gonna be bad. So it's disease, it's filth.
Because if I kill something that has like a really tough but light hide, I can just make armor out of it, and then I don't gotta pay for anything.
Yes, you do. You still have to get the armor made. You know
No,
how
I'm not
hard
gonna learn
that
how to make it myself now. Come on.
is? You got leatherworker tools for efficiency.
Okay, besides those, come on.
You got smith's tools
But
for
that's why I
efficiency.
like playing like paladin and shit.
What?
Because then I can wear any type of armor, and then I can just skin and make armor out of any creature.
Yeah, but
for
do you
myself.
do you have the skills to make that armor?
I will learn them.
That'll take you a
Not
long
with this character, I
time.
don't.
That'll take like a month, or like whatever.
Hey, listen, at some
It'll
point,
take a while,
Fortune will
yeah.
be back in the party, and you can ask her to make you stuff.
And to be fair though, we
Who?
do like spend months on
Yeah.
stuff in Archon.
True.
Yeah, so
Let-
it's something that I should get into and learn, but
Here, I'm gonna go on Fortune sheet, and I'm gonna roll a Smith Tools check, and I'll show you what happens. I'll show you what a fortune do.
What a fortune do.
Yeah, what does a fortune do? What that fortune do? Oh wow, that was a terrible roll. That was a roll of that was a natural 1 and a 5. So 14 plus 2 from guidance and 18 plus 2 with guidance. Now what if she did better. What if it was on a good day? Oh, there's the casual 30s.
Oh.
Oh wait, yeah, she gets advantage,
Okay.
so it's 18 plus 2 and 33. So it's 20 and 33 were those rolls.
So I'll have her make the armor if she's
Yeah.
around.
Yeah. Here, she can also do this.
Alright.
You have never eaten food so good in your life. You wept. All other food is terrible now.
Ruin my taste buds.
Yep. I've ruined you. You've tasted the ambrosia now.
I eat worms. Alright. Listen here, I eat worms. Alright, nothing's better than a worm.
You'll never eat worms again. You won't be able to.
My parents would be disappointed in me.
All would be ash in your mouth. Also, you're an owl. You eat mice.
Alright, listen here. Listen here, you may be right, but...
You may be right, but fuck you. We don't eat only mice.
How
Yeah.
dare you tell me what my people eat, you racist bitch.
When we were rooting out the ground, he was eating the worms under it.
Scurry
While you were pawing at the dirt, I was eating worms.
It's don't you tell me what my people eat, Skyreaper. There's a mouse in your mouth right now. You're chewing on it right in front of me. It just squeaked. It's last.
Anyways, I will see you guys later.
Goodbye.
Oh,
so long.
By the way, off-table question.
Goodbye.
After this whole fiasco, just so I could subvert expectations, which thing are we gonna do? Because after this, Colin would probably bring up, well, you know, what happened with his thing, and he's gonna probably get his family to safety first.
I would imagine that might take precedence, depending on if shit goes down bad with Iraqis.
Okay.
Word of advice: hold off on telling Fortune about Iraqis unless you want that to be, within the next 2 or 3 arcs.
Yeah.
Cause this bad.
Is Berlin gonna tell?
He doesn't really know Fortune at all. He's read a synopsis of her on his file and seen her once.
Yeah.
The Devil Woman?
I'm like Salem. Yeah.
I think you're thinking of Mr. Kret there, Freaky.
Oh, yeah, the voice I did. Berlin met her for a time. Like a short time.
Alright, I'll be getting out of here, guys. Sorry for, not really being here for this one.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Fallen.
You just have a good night.
My brain just went, the Devil Woman with the thick ass? Berlin!
Oh, what? Peace.